Welcome everybody to the newest session of House of Legends for the campaign Magic of Iocrest. Such a joyful, wonderful time. We finally have left one of the most probably combat-heavy locations in all of this wonderful land. Players have just been loving it. You could just see it on their faces. But where we last left off, it was a tense moment leaving Serpent's Peak as Kieran had tried so desperately to survive against the Deep Dragon, and actually succeeded in drawing it off thanks to Nakia doing a explosion arrow off into the distance. And after waiting out and letting it settle for a little bit, the House of Seven reconvened, found a place to buckle down, rest up a little bit, and then re-entered the mountain at night. And after besting a Bullet, a land shark, and avoiding insects that were rather large, and having a fun, interesting conversation with some Duragar, having meeting with creatures that are mainly inhabitants of the Underdark, you also learned a little bit about what was all within and underneath Serpent's Peak, and then discovered that there was dead bodies of Yuan-Ti up ahead, and fought some priests of the Man in Red, and finding the peak where the flower, the Everness flower, was growing. You all, as a group effort, decided to send in the rogue, and Nakia got in very carefully, very sneakily, and got out after being near the Hydra after cutting a few flowers, and you all got out of there and made your way safely back to the city of Benna, and where you believe that a cure is now being procured and being made, and that hopefully this plague upon the city will be gone and dealt with. And where you were also greeted once returning to the city, Lady Ashira, who is the assistant of the Pillar Asylin of Porsta, and you were all swiftly portaled away back to Asylin's tower, to where we return, as you now stand in the golden and white marble with a little bit of greenery of oak and mahogany furniture laying about the desks, the long, tall closets and extended dressers, where a map is laid out, where you see just sheets of paper lying everywhere, where there's a balcony, and you see the familiar figure dressed in his green and gold highlighted and emblazoned formal wear, standing out looking upon the city as the sun is high, as it is probably about 3, 4-ish in the afternoon, evening, going to that point. As you all step through the portal, one right after the other. For one of you, it is your first time being in this place. The rest of you, it is very familiar. It is almost a little bit of a reprieve being from the state you were just in. As you walk inside, and as the last of you enter in, the portal just closes behind. As Lady Ashira steps forward and just, Asylin, they're here. And he just begins to turn and just floats forward, his feet hovering just inches above the ground. For some of you, you can remember his gravity magic and hold over that. For Maeve, this is very new to you, watching a figure just floating on air, as he just struts forward and stands behind his desk and be like, well, I see that your time in Yolix was spent well, as you seem to be with a new face and down to others.
Yeah. What has
I
happened?
hope. What just happened here with you being gone? I worry for my realm, and I hope that you will help in it. There
Try
seems
our
to
best.
be... I know you will, as my employees, but you, and he looks over at you, Maeve, do you seek employment and gold?
I mean, depends on the job. What are we talking?
the town of Nthyos, close to Wolford, which I presume you all remember that little place. It has been quiet for over a week. I have not heard from the head of that town, and the head families that look over that particular town are growing a little disconcerted with the son not giving any reports to me or to the family. And we would like answers. I have sent Orchid Knights there about 4 days ago, and it is not good. There seems to be an affliction of either a piece of red going on there, or the Black Flower himself might be there with forces in tow, and I would like you to move very quickly to deal with it.
I mean, we had plans to go back that way anyways, so...
Well, sooner dealt with, the better, as I would like to know if the Black Flower is there, because then we can deal with our foe. But I will also tell you that Ephraim Delvor, who is the head of the Delvor family, he would like his son, Ephraim... Oh, sorry, wait. No. My apologies. Like, Ephraim Delvor, the head of the family, would like his son Ephraim returned safely if he is alive, and Ephraim is willing to pay handsomely for the return of his son.
Okay.
Ashira, see them out, please. And he just turns and walks back out, and you now actually see that he is walking towards the balcony. And Ashira turns. You just see that she is still in her formal wear of green with specks of gold across it, and she just holds out a hand to the doors as they now just open up, and you see the familiar gold along the plates of purple-plated armor of these Orchid Knights that open the doors and just stand at attention, ready for you to walk through.
Guess I'll lead the charge and head for the door.
Walking beside you, she, as the doors close, just... You haven't messed up this far yet, House of Seven. You've earned little bits of respect here and there within these halls and these towers. Do continue it. She just continues towards where the platform that leads down. There is a link between this tower and a makeshift camp that was set up just outside the borders of Nthyos. But if you need any refreshments on health potions, items, for some of you who obviously use bolts and arrows, to be quick about it, otherwise we will leave with haste.
Anything you guys need?
Where is... Like, we could just ask for it right now?
Well, you must go to the shops.
Oh, okay, I was gonna ask where the shop is.
Right, I forget that you've only been here at least a couple of times. And it's like standing on the platform, it just... and just begins to descend, and it's a little unsettling at first, as there's no bars, no nothing holding place. It just floats down and then just settles. Once again, just marble floors with gold trim and green banners flowing down as you make your way out. And Ashira just walks you out, taps on nearest guard. Soldier, do see them to the nearest store so they may get whatever needs they have. Just... Righto, Lady Ashira. He stands there and is like, where are you needing to go first?
Shop. Any. Mainly where there's supplies and health potions.
Yeah.
Right. Just as he leads you through, you just see the city is just bustling. Unlike Benna, it is just bright, it's cheerful. You hear so much more laughter than you ever heard in the past 24 hours. People just rushing around, people are eating at stalls, people are congregating and very healthy. And the sky above is just flocked with life of birds flying up ahead, and it's nice to just breathe in this sea air that is wafting from the nearby docks. And
Can I
after
pickpocket
about...
someone?
You want to pickpocket someone? You can certainly try, yes.
What
Go ahead
did
and
I
give that
roll?
roll for the first of the night.
I would've
But you would
22.
be like, because it is a very bustling city. As you just like, you accidentally bump into someone and just nick their coin purse, and they're just like, oh, my apologies. Are you hurt, ma'am?
No, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I was moving too fast.
Sorry, I was too busy eating my food. As long as you're
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And you
Bye.
just see that he's eating like what looks like a kebab with a few peppers and cooked cucumbers.
Little
Kind of
shawarma.
begins eating away. You manage to pocket about 15 gold and 10 silver. Just a pretty standard, like commoners or like someone in the higher up for wage.
Okay.
So after about 25 minutes of walking, you find yourself at one of the many shops that are scattered around Elvro, as this is a capital city. It is built on trade. It is built on commerce. If you go into the maps of Discord, there is so much here. But this is not one of the shops that you've been to recently. As you walk in, and there is just this elderly-looking elf wandering about, taking stock of the shelves, making sure things are in place. You can tell he's writing on parchment on a slab of wood, and just taking notes and just, potions, items, components, all over the place. Help yourselves. But if you steal, I'll cut your fingers off.
Are we closer to the Temple of Moor, or like which direction is the shop?
You probably would have headed to the nearest place, which would have been starting going towards the docks.
So Delvor is where we're closer to?
Yes. Closer to
Okay.
that particular family house. It's the night, just... Oh, official business, I see. What can I do for... And he looks you up and down and kind of takes stock of that you guys don't look completely bathed or clean in your clothes. Like, for the fine folk, what can I do for you?
We need to
Can I-
restock. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Never.
Nope. Go ahead. Nope. Go ahead.
I'm backtracking.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say it.
One of you, please speak. I have things to do and take in my shop. I have an inventory to fill.
You have any healing potions?
I do, yes. I have about 4 regular, and I have about 2 greater.
Perfect. For how much do you sell them for?
The regular are about 75 gold apiece, and the greater are about 400 gold apiece. Clocking your eyes, Naki. He's just like, we're in a finer part of the city.
Hey, my bad. You know,
Please.
put your money on.
I have a couple things that I would like to sell off, if that would be possible.
He just licks the quill and just begins to write something down, not even looking at it. And what would that be? Show me, and he begins to like usher you over to where there's just a large bar stand.
Yes. Pull out 1 ruby. Let's see here. Large lump of sapphire.
Yes.
And those a couple spell books, if possible.
So you
So
can
it's-
just
I have
write
7 of them.
Like, well, first, if you're purchasing, let's get that out of the way before me buying from you. Are you taking all the health potions?
Kiri.
Oh no, I just spoke up because you guys were arguing.
Oh.
Mhm.
Someone to take charge. I admire that.
I'll take one of the graders.
Alright, that'll be 400 gold.
There's that. I add a grader to my list. Anybody
take
else wanting
one.
it?
You're taking the other grader?
No, the not greater.
And how many, dear, were you wanting of the regular?
2 of them.
Alright. That'll be 150 gold pieces, please.
Okay.
He begins to look over after grabbing the coin from you for buying the potions. Just, And how much were you wanting for the precious gems?
The lump of sapphire is an ore based. So unfortunately, I can't give you a general basis on that one. We can get it if you know where we can get it appraised and go from there. Then I may be back to get a better pricing on it. But as far as for the ruby, I'm thinking 45 under
45 gold.
4,500.
It just gets right up to you. Do I look like I was born yesterday, Eladrin?
Does it? It's worth 5,000.
Mm-hmm. And you think I'm going to pay that?
I could have asked for the 5,000.
Welcome to negotiations.
Oh, I know.
So you
And
have
like I
something.
said,
I have the coin.
yes. And would you
Could always
like
take
the
it to
ruby?
a smelter, or you could take it to an enchanter and see what they would be willing to give.
Yeah, but you haven't
So that-
given a counter offer.
Because my counter offer would be 2,500.
35.
3.
250.
3,000 gold.
$3,000 it is.
Perfect. He just immediately takes it, put it in his pocket, and just like hands you 3,000 gold. It's like, as for that stone, you would need it to be more refined. Which I know there is a fire giant somewhere in the city for him and his blacksmithy works.
And what can you say on these spell books?
I am not a practitioner of that sort of thing, so the books to me, I would give you 10 gold pieces each for them.
Oh, I just wanted to at least see, and I put them back.
Yes. Well, is that all for the rest of you?
Do you have any arrows? Or is this?
Yes, I do.
May I get 20 arrows, please?
Yes, that will cost you about 10 gold pieces, please. And just grabs off a quiver and hands them to you, and you can just see, like, it is a very ornate quiver of them. The arrows look very well polished and sharpened, and the wood that they are built on is a deep brown wood, with the fletching of the actual feathers on the end are a mix of blue to green. It's like we pride ourselves on the finer things here. Anything for the rest of you, or is that all?
I'll take another pair of arrows.
So another 10 gold for another quiver of arrows. And for the young one who smells like sulfur and brimstone.
I don't need anything.
Perfect. Now please leave. I have inventory to stock. As he begins to immediately turn and walk away.
Alright.
Anyways, so the fire giant.
Is that where we wanted to go to now?
I mean, I just have a lump of sapphire that's not really doing much of anything at the moment.
I think a lot of you grabbed like lumps of gems, didn't you? When you walked into the mine? I think a few of you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. So after about another... Because the blacksmithy shop that the fire giant was running was not super far from the docks. Takes maybe about like another 10-15 minutes to get back to it. And as you're getting close to it, you just hear the familiar clang, clang, clang. And it's just an echo, and it kind of hits the ears a little bit, especially for you, Kieran, with your mask just amplifying everything. As you walk in, it's just immediate heat of just walking in and just immediate touch of rotted eggs almost. Walking inside, you are immediately greeted by a massive, about 17, 18 foot tall figure that's just like a little hunched over and just ching, ching, ching. And the knight just what are you? And starts lifting a massive like, I remember you small folk. And he just starts bending down, just
Yes, it is. How do you do?
I'm hot in here and it's cramped.
They should probably upgrade your place.
What more can one do?
Fair. No, well, we've returned because I think I have something you might want to see if there's anything you do with. And I pull out the large lump of sapphire.
He just immediately between the index and the thumb just picks it up and it's small and just... I might be able to do things with this. Refine it, clean it properly. What are you wanting for it?
Well, that's the unfortunate bit. I don't know how much this might be either worth or what can be done with it.
He just immediately puts in his hand and just begins, and you just watch as his hands begin to glow. And as he holds it out, the stone just breaks away. And just he holds it out, and you just see there's about 3 sapphires that are now just like perfectly formed, and he just... I will give you 4,000 gold for this.
We'll take it.
Just immediately reaches up and just... You just hear the clanging of coin and chests moving around above, and he just pops open a chest. Just puts the sapphires up there and just starts counting out coins and just hands you a bag and closes up and puts the
Beautiful.
chest back.
Thank you very much for your patronage.
Thank you for items.
May I get 20 explosive arrows?
Just reaches up, plucks a small little quiver and just like carefully takes it off a hook and just hands it to you and just like 150 gold, please.
Okay.
As you just deposit the little bag into his hand, it's just so tiny in the palm and just plops it on the balcony terrace above. But is there any other location you are all wanting to head to currently?
Magic shop.
Magic shop? Easy enough to find as the night leads you around. After about another 25 to 30 minutes. Around this time now, it is well into 5 p.m. The sun is looking like it's getting ready to set a little bit. So, as you are hurrying along, enter in and it just smells of different perfumes and scents and herbs and various other concoctions that might be used in potions and that would give off for various fragrances that would cling to those that would be used in casting spells. It is a mixture of vanilla and like earthy tones of off to the side like oregano, and it's just like it's various things that just all hit you. As you walk in, there's just a very ornate put together figure that has a extended out trunk like an elephant. As they stand about 7 feet tall, as they just start turning around, as you recognize well, for some of you this might be the first time seeing a Luxodon. For others it might not be the first time ever seeing it, but as he just steps around, the robes just wafting around, just like, what can I do for my esteemed new patrons?
Yes, I was wondering if you could take a look at these spell books and potentially see what good I can get out of them.
He just one hands it, palms like all the books, and just takes it over and just just carefully starts going through. It's like, some of these are quite questionable.
Yeah, I kind of felt that myself, but never heard to at least see about them.
Just going through all of them is like, not particularly fond of things that are of this nature, but magic is magic, I guess. And looks at the orchid and is like, there are always people willing to buy. I could probably spend about 200 gold, 250 on each book.
Okay, so 7 of them. Just as a friendly courtesy, because we are still new and we have no actual real dealings. 200 sound okay for each?
That would be 1,400 gold, and He just begins counting them and just hands you a bag.
Is there items on the wall that we can look at?
Yes.
There's various
what-
things. There are various gems, there's various components, there's various wands and staffs. Nothing that really screams out for knives or blades or shields. It's mainly just for those that might be of sorcerers, warlocks, druids, or wizards.
What we got? Perception plus
Go ahead and give me a roll.
22.
22. You see various, like, staffs, there's various wands, there's various orbs, there are various scrolls that are ordaining all and about. You do see that there is, in particular, you do see one particular rod that kind of looks like a rook chess piece on either side with a gold bar in between. You do see that there is one that kind of is a circular rod that ends in a crown, that ends in a bit of a spiked bauble with a burgundy mahogany rod in between both pieces. And one that kind of looks like it has stone faces on either side with angelic wings kind of going out. That is mixing and circling all the way down of ornate silver with what looks to be like red gemstones going down. But as to like be able to fully tell what a lot of these items are, you would have to either properly identify them or ask. You do see various rods, one that looks kind of like it's ready to ignite as if it was a torch. One that looks like it ends in almost broken off like a icicle almost, and it's just a deep blue that ends in a white at the bottom. And
Alright.
one that very much looks like it is a branch of tree that ends out with like almost bonsai fur of like how it's sticking out and about.
And with that information, I'm going to ask about what each of those are, including the afterwards. We're going to get into the rings.
Like, oh, well, this one is the staff of the woodlands. It is mainly for druids, which, seeing by your attire, I would assume that you are. It can be used as a quarterstaff. A person that sold this did like to use it as a bit of a bonking stick. As for like
We love a good bunking stick.
Yep.
looking
You said it
over,
was
it's like
woodland staff.
yeah, staff of the woodlands.
Staff of the woodlands.
Like this one is Staff of Frost. It mainly is used by your various casters of the magic of druids, sorcerers, warlocks, wizards. It gives you a little bit more resistance to that which would seek to give you frostbite. Then we have here the Staff of Fire. Again, mainly used by mages. Gives more resistance to those that would like to not be burned to death. And various other things. As we have over here the Rod of Resurrection. Mainly used by clerics, druids, and paladins. It has about 5 charges and allows to be able to either heal or cast Resurrection. This one is unfortunately very, very, very expensive. And he kind of looks you guys up and down, noticing your dirty goblins like, not saying this in particular, but if it is touched without my unlocking it, you will die. Just putting it out there. Like over here we have
Well,
the
excuse me. I'm just kidding.
we have the Rod of Rulership, which it's I've never really properly attuned to it, used it, so I'm not too familiar with it all. And we have the Rod of Absorption. And a lot of these items require you to properly attune to it and spend time and connect. And then I do have various rings. I have, and you see on one of the cases there's a ring that kind of looks like it's got amethyst on opposite like both top and then bottom, and it looks like there's a mirror of it, and he's like, this is the ring of spell turning. It's like this also, and he kind of, again, eyes you guys up and down. Expensive. Don't touch. Unless I unlock.
Can
I have...
Sorry, can I roll insight to see that he's judging us?
Yeah.
18.
He is judging you all hard. Like, he is looking at the fact that you guys look a little dirty, a little smeared specks of mud and what he feels might be other things, and he's just kind of taking into account of you don't look like regular folk that like to keep clean around here that might regularly come into a shop.
Racism.
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 And over here, I have a ring of fire resistance. Again, kind of like the Staff of Fire. Protects and gives more strengthening against that which would seek to burn you to ashes.
I'm actually fairly interested in the Staff of Woodlands.
Oh, I thought you might be. Looking at your garb, you do seem to be one connected to nature. He picks it up and he's like, this one runs at about 1,750 gold. Just holds it out.
I pay it.
Can I take a look at the wands?
Yeah.
Like, just to walk over, like, not asking, just, like, getting a closer look.
Yeah, so you see that there's various ones that look just various standards of various shapes of woods. Some of them that look real thin, like they would almost break as soon as you flick them into the air. Ones that are pretty sturdy. Very much think like Harry Potter style of like, some of them are very twisted, some of them are not, while others are a little bit more in depth. Whereas one kind of looks as it's been two pieces of wood that begin to spin around and end almost like a doorknob of sorts. One that looks like it has a frozen flame that is kind of ribbed as it goes, for lack of a better word. It's like, and it's just silvered down the length of it. And then another, it looks like if you could cast metal around a lightning bolt, is what it looks like of how it's just arced around, ending in a fine point.
Can I take a look? Can I take a look at the double one?
The which
Like
one,
how
sorry?
much? The twisty one.
The,
I think it's the one that goes like intertwined.
okay.
How much
so
would
that? Right underneath, like, there's a little plate that just says like 250 gold.
Yeah, I'll get that.
All right. So you have successfully purchased Wand of Secrets.
What the fuck?
So Wand of Secrets, because I'll also say for the Staff of Woodlands after, the wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges, and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you. The wand regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
I already got the staff.
Wow.
Hold up. So,
Okay. Well, the Staff of Woodlands you have to attune to it.
Yep.
You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it.
Yep.
While
I got a
holding
ton
it,
of
you have...
spells.
There's a lot that goes with
Oh,
it.
they're having.
Is there anything else you were looking at?
No, not that I may have. Was there anything that you see? I would like to sell my potion of diminution.
Diminution? No, I'm done.
So, see about selling that.
So for that one, he will offer you about 1,000 gold. Looking at it, he's just like, List of potions you find, there is ones that are labeled Potion of Acid Resistance, Potion of Animal Friendship,
Sorry.
Potion of Force Resistance, Potion of Growth, Potion of Poison Resistance, and Potion of Pugilism, or Pugilism, however you want to say that.
Huge.
What is that?
So, Potion of Pugilism is after you drink this potion, each unarmed strike you make deals an extra 1d6 force damage on a hit.
Oh, I need that.
Oh.
I do lots of unarmed.
I'm gonna take the potion of animal and what was it? Animal
Friendship.
friend. Oh yeah, I'm taking that.
So that one, you see, there's just like a little tiny parchment around that just says 80 gold. Like it's not doesn't look like a very popular potion.
Pugilism?
That one is about 90 gold pieces when you carefully look at it.
Yep. Grab that.
Is there a potion of animals speaking? Or no, that was the list.
Not that you can see now. But when you drink this potion, you can cast the Animal Friendship spell for 1 hour at will. So,
Do lots of
are
unarmed.
Kieran and Maeve wanting to take a look at any of the potions, or? Alright.
Kieran just munching.
Karen wants to get this job done.
Yeah. I want to get back to Pratt because I got stuff waiting for me.
We're in Porsta, right? So would
You're in the
I
state of Porsta and
State of
Elbro,
Porsta.
yes.
would I know how far my hometown is?
From Elvero, I would say just give me a general history check.
History. Oh, 22.
Yeah, from Elvero to Hubros is pretty close. Hubros is actually relatively close to Deprat. Is also close to the more southern parts. It's actually near the border of Thar.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see if I could visit home real quick.
Makes sense.
Right.
Makes sense.
Maybe.
As that was also a city that was attacked by the Black Flower when you guys were on the airship. Or a town that was attacked.
Right. Yeah, can I start leaving? Forgot about that.
Suddenly the memories came flooding back of like, oh, this
Sudden flashback.
it's been a minute. It's alright.
It has.
Yeah. I
Kieran,
think
is there
I'm
anything
good
that you want to seek?
Mm-mm.
Alright.
here. To
Felix has just been relatively quiet, just following you guys, also in the same mindset as Kieran, just want to get the job done. So the Orcanite watching the rest of you leaving the shop. Are you needing anywhere else to go, or are you ready to return to the tower?
I need to go to
We're ready.
You need to go where, ma'am?
Hubros.
Yes.
I need to go to
Hubros.
Hubros then.
Right. Well, I listen. This is like my 5th day on the job. You know, like in this particular sector.
It's fine. Just take your time.
Okay, and he just like starts leading you all back towards the tower, and like Lady Ashira is just like pacing back and forth as you guys approach. As you're now like getting closer to it, it's about from where you left. It's about a 38 minute walk back there. Sun is setting a little bit more. You're starting to see that the moon is slowly coming more and more into view. The night sky is ready to take over. There's more lights of various crystals that are just slowly, as you're walking, extending up out of the poles and just giving off light. Various people are igniting lanterns and torches near the buildings where none of these magical lights will be. And it is just more bustling life of you're just seeing people that are laughing and hearing them and just going from maybe a possible job to local tavern to get a drink. And you're just walking through this bustling crowd once more to see Lady Shears just pacing back and forth, looking little impatient. Upon seeing you, she's just... Well, that took longer than I thought it would. Are you ready to go?
Yes. And wouldn't you rather us be prepared rather than...
Mercenaries are a dime. So... But again, you continuously prove me wrong in my assumptions of your success, so... Let's see if you can prove me wrong once more. And the doors to the tower open. It's like, right away, we have Tether ready to go. And she just walks inside. Not even bothering to check and see if you are following in. And going in, you start walking towards the elevator that goes up, and it begins to drop a little, and you watch as it descends into stairs going down. And as you go down the steps, you notice that there are a little bit of outcroppings, just big enough for maybe a singular person to stand in. As some of you are able to see out of the corner of your eye, you actually notice that there are Bloom soldiers standing ready at attention, like every 10 feet going down, just in case, as you are realizing they're protecting whatever is potentially down here, as there's no real need to stand up guard when Asylin is able to take care of himself, but there were a number of guards also up top. And as you get to the very bottom, it opens up into a rather large 50-foot in diameter area with various outcroppings of various sudden ends. And you just see like there are magic circles up written on these walls. And every so often, maybe every 15 minutes or so, you'll see them just like immediately bloom with purple and bluish flame, and a person will step through, and you'll see a person walk and begin to put their hand on the circle, and then be taken away. As it's like, this is a makeshift one, and she walks to the center of the room and turns a sharp right and walks over and it's like, this is the makeshift one that leads to the Yosifer Woods outside of Nthyos. There will be a Sergeant Rand there waiting to greet you. And she waits for you all to walk in.
I guess we're walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You all are clumped together. It is a not very big space, so you're all just kind of shoulder to shoulder. And she's like, I wish you luck. And she places her hand on the wall next to it, and you just watch as the bricks begin to almost shift and turn from her touch, as you just see this arcane energy go out, and it reaches the circle on the back, and you just all are engulfed in this bluish flame, being pulled across distances. You're seeing that it's not a regular portal that you're really going through, that you can actually see as you are hurtling through the evening sky over Porsta. You can see the ground below. Land and towns and cities are blurring underneath as you are all then just viciously tossed out, standing on your feet, surrounded by woods. You can hear various voices and clanging all around you as you see this knight dressed in purple with a few unbloomed flowers with a singular bloom in the center of them all on the left breastplate of his armor, walking up to you all and it's like, good evening, I am Sergeant Rand. I am here to give you the rundown on the situation.
Later.
I would assume you are the House of Seven.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice to see that we might have folks actually dealing with this. You can see he's looking very exhausted. There's bags under his eyes. There's no helmet on. And he just looks like he's ready for bed. We have, for the past few nights, as he begins to turn and walk down deeper into the encampment around, hoping that you are following after him, should you choose to follow after him. He continues talking. We have sent scouts for the past 5 nights. Things have been relatively calm on the first night. And then the second night, came back terrified. Everything seemed normal. We're about ready to go in, because we sent a few people in. Scouts went in on the second night just to make sure that they could meet up with the knights we sent in. Only one of the 5 scouts returned. Then the little makeshift headquarters that we had assembled in, apparently gone. No more.
Yeah, it was nice.
And every so often in the dead of night, since then, you can see these weird flashes of red light coming out of Nthyos. It's a little disconcerting. We are a little worried because on the 5th night, apparently reports came in that not as many of Nthyos' inhabitants were being seen. We've not gotten word from Zand or Gracio or Wolford, the nearby towns and such, that anyone from Nthyos has gone there to seek refuge, so we're not even sure who all is alive within Nthyos at this time. But if you are seeking to go in right now, or if you want to rest, rest. If you are seeking to go in right now, I would urge you to go in at the closest tower that would be about the northeastern wall, through some of the farm croppings. There's footholds that would be easier to climb. The gates lately now seem to be barred and protected.
Do you think, well, do you know what would be a best time to go in? Or just whenever?
I would relatively say maybe the dead of night, especially if you're hoping to sneak through, as you are seeking to get answers. I've also been given word that you are hoping to get the Delvor head of this town out and safely extracted.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I would say probably the dead of night.
Dead of night, got it.
Okay.
What time would this be around?
It's around 6 p.m. right now.
Okay.
So we got a couple hours to hurry up and wait.
Well then,
So if you-
we'll, I
No,
was
go ahead.
gonna say, well then we'll rest for a little bit and then we'll head out.
By all means, we have rations, we have fresh water, we have fresh chicken being cooked and all that, so you're welcome. And he begins to just walk over and join a circle of other knights that are, you could tell, very much just like drinking, not from water skins. It is very much bottles of, not too sure of what booze.
Oh.
Uh,
I'm gonna go grab some water and probably a plate, bowl, whatever's available.
Before he walked away, I was going to ask, how far out are we from Nthyos at this moment?
Probably about 45, 50-ish minutes, depending on how fast you want to move towards there.
Okay.
Well, actually, if you give me a second, I can finally put the Nthyos map into the map section, so you can get a
Woo!
better idea of
Yay,
it.
map!
Oh,
I'm the
Oh my
map.
God.
I'm the map.
the last map was Father Carl's church.
Lol.
Don't miss that. That was scary.
What do you mean? That was fun!
That was
That's what-
scary.
That's where we met Maeve.
True, but it was scary.
So, if you look at the Nthyos map, the northeastern wall is literally like the very top section of that picture, so...
By
where
the
it begins
fire
to... no, it'd be actually farther to the right, where the wall starts to
Okay.
curve down a little bit, is where he was
Okay.
kind of... Where it'd be close to a crop
Jelly
of
Brand.
farmland. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, if you decide to take part in any of the food, like there's various plates of cooked carrots, cooked broccoli, various bowls of just lettuce and spinach with a few cherry tomatoes sprinkled around, freshly cooked chicken. You'll find the odd rack of lamb that's also been cooked. A lot of the meat is very tender, very moist. Not heavily seasoned, as like these knights just had to quickly throw this camp together, so it's very bland. The vegetables also just very bland, but it's a warm meal close to the evening. Depending on how long you choose, you have the options. As it is 6, you could do long rest, and then you'd be going out at like, what is it, 2 o'clock at night in the middle of the night? Or if you waited a long rest, then, or a short rest, then you'd be going out at 7.
I want to
Take
do
a
a long
long
rest. Get
Take
that,
a long
get that
rest?
trance.
Congratulations, now you're Winter Nalvin, as like this transition begins to become more blue and a little misty and frosty around where you are currently kneel
Roger.
down or cross-legged.
And then for the in the in between of from trance to when everyone else is waking up, I'm gonna shower.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I
There's
want
showers.
to.
You
Not
do find
shower.
like there are like bath basins around here. It's like seeing you come up to one of the bath basins a couple of the nights, just like, and then couple of the female knights is like, leave, and just immediately start like grabbing up dividers and just like we they're idiots around here, and
Yeah,
they walk off.
yeah. I'm gonna take a shower too, or bath, essentially.
It's like as soon as you do, like it is pretty cold as soon as you get in there, as that it's not connected to anything to create any heat.
Oh, do we have to do it? Sorry, I'm thinking about this way too much. Never mind.
You have to deal with hyperthermia.
No, I have to do with periods.
Oh.
Sorry. It's a real question, you know?
Roll a d20. Roll a d20. Let's see. You brought it up. Let's roll a d20.
I got a 10.
No, that's-
You're good. You're good.
If I had your account, I could
I
have it
thought you
all up
might.
for
That's
you.
why I was like, hey, fix it.
All right, I got you. All
It'd be nice if I could remember even a little bit of my password.
right. So for taking a bath, resting, recuperating. It is now late into the evening, about 2 o'clock in the morning. There's just various hooting in the woods. It is not as terrifying. This woods is actually giving a more laid back, more comfortable setting of that you could actually get a good night's rest without worry. And the fact that you are so surrounded by your accounts, maybe about 40 orchid knights around here. So it is a very well-earned rest and reprieve of safety.
Just making sure. I wanted to also swap attunement from Staff of Healing to Staff of Woodlands.
Okay, yeah.
You good? Yep.
If you spend in the time yet, you would be able to attune to it.
Beautiful.
At this current time, like, Sergeant Rand seeing you all, he just begins to stretch, is like, I'm assuming you all are heading off now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so, once again, northeastern wall tower. Footholds are probably on the, I want to say, left side of the tower. Probably easiest places. I would also be a little bit careful. Some of the scouts report seeing things within the confines of the city. That there might be beasties and various things. They think the Thuman wards might be down.
Gotcha. Well, as we're speaking and getting all ready up, I'm going to cast my Find Familiar, because unfortunately it did die while we were in the dungeons. So this time it is going to be of a Fey Owl.
Alright. Alright, so as that just materializes on your right shoulder.
Yep.
Right.
So,
You are heading off towards the city or the town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so after about 10 minutes, you break through the tree line, and you can see that there is just flat green field that rolls for just a little bit, and then up ahead you do see what looks like a barn and then a large wooden-built windmill that is slowly turning. That you estimate is probably about maybe 15 minutes walking, and then way on the other side of this long field, you see the walls of this town that you have not yet visited. That was on one of your forked paths when you left Wolford at the beginning of your journey. As you start heading along, it is just chilly night air that just begins to blow through. The stars above are just bright and vibrant in this cloudless night sky. After quite a little while of towards the barn, you see that it looks still relatively well put together. If you want to roll for a perception check to take any of the surroundings in, go ahead.
19.
19. So 19, you just hear just odd like And you kind of just spot over there that the large wooden door of this barn is just moving back and forth a little bit in the night air. The windmill is slowly just like just slowly spinning around. The fields you see look to be cornfields as they are just like blowing back and forth, just ever so slightly. Don't really hear anything that sounds too out of the ordinary at this time. Are you entering into the crops?
Before I do, I'm gonna send out my familiar just to get a good quick sweep of the crops, just to see if there's anything of note, just in case.
Right. Are you sending it the full length of the 100 feet?
Yes.
Right, go ahead and give me a perception check.
23.
23, you just looking through your familiar, just scanning above, don't really see much. It just looks like standard crops. It looks like it is not built in any kind of maze way. As much as it, from where you are standing, looks immediately just thick and standing with all of the corn stalks. It looks like they're also relatively spread out, so no one could get too lost that might work in this field. There's maybe about 5 feet in between like each row that goes down.
Okay, but no like
You
creatures or
say
anything
that, I
of
feel
note.
like Maeve is gonna find a way to get lost.
From what you can see with the 23, you don't seem to spot anything that might be in there. You see like that there's maybe like a light mist that's closer to the ground, but again, it's late at night. There's been a cool night air.
Okay.
It is also coming close to, as it is now, the 31st of Andruil. Right, I'm pretty sure I have that as the month. That it is actually getting relatively close to the end of the summer season.
Okay. I exit the perception of my owl, and I relay that so far everything looks pretty kosher. And that we should be safe to pass through. Just still be on guard just in case. And I'll keep my owl in more like a scout-esque pattern into alert in case of anything it sees.
Alright, gotcha. So entering into the fields, you just immediately push through, and this just is more of a heavy grown together. And as soon as you enter in, it is just lines of corn with 5 feet spacing in between that you are able to go single file, or you can walk on like spread out. Are you doing in a marching order, single file, or are you spreading yourselves out?
I would assume we went single file.
Yeah.
Right. So Felix will stand at the head of the line, just in case of anything. Who would be then following down?
I'm gonna kind of put myself in the middle, so that way, if I have to use the owl, I get the best perception out of it.
Alright.
I'll be at the end.
Alright.
I guess I'll
I'll be towards the front.
in the middle, kind of.
Alright. So walking down, after about 5 minutes in the mist and everything, just you can see it now, it's just kind of hanging there. It's a little bit chillier in here. It's a little strange as the wind that you saw before pushing the cross back and forth almost just seems to have stopped. And the mist, you say, is like beginning to swirl around before beginning to rise up, and then you just begin to hear whispers.
I'm gonna cover my ears.
Begin to feel a strange chill. You begin to feel like something is crawling up your backs.
I'll leave if the owl perceives anything, up to you.
So far, it seems like everything is fine. You are all just walking through the fields.
Yeah, I'm a walk like this.
Come with us. Give in.
I don't care. I know this.
Join him.
I'm going to action. Turn undead.
As soon as you do that, nothing seems to be afflicted by it. As you do this spell, you just see, as soon as this pulse goes out from you, for you, Nalbin, it goes from night to day, and you are in a field of yellow and blue flowers that are just flowing back and forth. You
Am I
see
getting
two
gladiated over
suns in the sky above, one pink and one orange, and you hear behind you, "You've returned to us, dear Nalbin." As Nakia, as you are walking, you begin to see yourself seated at a table, but it's not quite you, as the sides of your head are freshly shaved with a mohawk of pink hair pulled to the back in a ponytail. Your mother seated at a table, your father and your nana, as they all just turning to you, and they just all at once and just in unison, "Join us, Nakia. Please come and join us." Kieran, as you're walking, as soon as you take a step, you are back in chains. You hear the familiar cackling, the roars and growls of wogs and wolves, the familiar chanting and song of orcs, as you look up and you just see your mother and father chained to the wall. Your father just, "It's going to be alright, son. We're going to get through this, I promise you that." And I need Nakia, Nalbin, Kieran, and Felix to all roll intelligence saving throws, please.
16.
16.
That's a 7.
16 as well.
So,
Insanity?
Felix and Kieran failed. You now have 1 point of sanity. As you are all experiencing just very strange visions. For Nakia and Nalbin, you are both able to just push through and shake and be like, "This is not real. This is not it. We are not here. We are outside of Nthyos." For Maeve, as you are walking through this field, you begin to hear giggling. You begin to hear laughter, and you, out of the corner of your eye, see feet just running through, and you are immediately on standby. And then you just hear like, "Silly Maeve, come on, we got to play the games. You got to play them right." As you just rush through, and you just see a childlike version of yourself rushing through, and just, "It's only done right when it's played fair." And just like rushing after, and you begin to smell a familiar scent of home as you begin to see sparkling fireflies of green and pink and purples that call home for you. And you just kind of have to push through as you're not entirely sure what this is. I'll go ahead and ask for a intelligence check or saving throw from you, please. 5. You are not affected in the way that everyone else would be, as you do not gain a sanity, as you have not yet encountered a piece of red in your lifetime here in Iocrest. So you do not have the same afflictions. For you, though, you...
Wait, good question. When would I have been in contact with a piece of red?
Oh, she's playing
That's
me.
right.
Because I
So,
was the one that found them
Kieran-
in the
Hey,
aftermath.
you crochet, right?
Right. So for you, that's actually same as Maeve. You do not actually gain a sanity. You yourself are actually still in that place of, like, you are in terror, actually. You are sweating.
Yeah.
So we're going to retroactive for Kieran. You are not gaining a point of sanity. You are instead just gaining a point of, and this is not like an actual stat, like you are just fearful right now. You are in a state of trauma, of where you were walking at the back and now you are just kind of frozen in place. Whereas Nakia and Nalbin would have, I guess, like past perception, would have noticed you walking and then suddenly stopping. So Felix is the only one that gains a point of sanity. My apologies. Whereas Maeve is almost, you kind of notice, starting to almost walk off into the field. So for Nakia and Nalbin at this current time, as you are noticing Maeve is slowly walking off, Kieran has suddenly stopped at the back. Felix is just off in his own world of just like he's kind of stopped in place, tears running down his face, and just moving back and forth. What do you do?
Mm,
I'm gonna quickly go up to Maeve and pull her back.
All right.
Try to keep everybody stick together. If you want to try to go get Kieran.
I was gonna go to Felix and see if I can like, I don't know, like grab his face or like see if he's here. Like,
Yeah. So, like, what exactly are you doing? Like when grabbing his face?
I guess like hey, like wake up, or trying to see like where his eyes are.
So he's just staring dead straight ahead. Like it looks like he's kind of looking above you at the ground. Snapping. Let's go ahead and see. Roll that. As you are just like grabbing his face, snapping, slapping his face, just. Is this real? Is it real?
Yeah, you came back.
Oh shit, we're in this again, aren't we?
And then when he's awake, I guess I'm gonna run over to Kieran and try to do the same.
Alright. Go ahead
I'm
and roll
gonna take
me
off his mask.
Alright. Just Percy Vex, take off the mask, darling. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence saving throw, please. No, for Kieran,
Oh.
because you are trying to bring him back, and you're...
There's a natural 1.
He is still just frozen in place, and you're trying, but he is unresponsive. Eyes are just... You tell, like, his eyes are just moving back and forth, like, he's not focusing on you, and you can just see, like, he is very much trembling, shaking. There's sweat pouring down the sides of his face.
And
would this be right around the time when I start getting back to the group?
I would say, like, pulling Maeve back, yeah, you'd be able to now clock, like, Nakia rushing past to go to Kieran. Maeve, if you will roll me another intelligence saving throw, please.
Yeah.
As you are walking and just feel this hand grabbing at the back of your armor and pulling you back. It's like a little small whiplash.
I'm gonna give up.
You're feeling it, but you are still just feeling this draw to go deeper into the fields.
Okay.
No, I don't think
Can
D&D
I-
is for me. I'm fucking up.
No.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Welcome to the dice.
Yeah.
Okay, they hate me. It's fine.
Can I hold on to Kieran's chest plate and I'm like genuine, like, yeah, I'm just gonna smack the shit out of him as hard as I can because snapping and light tapping didn't work.
Yeah, I
So I'm
actually
just
like
hold
asking
on
questions
to
as
him,
well.
What was you gonna ask?
Am I able to instinctively take an action?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
unarmed
God.
strike.
Bruh.
So I will say both of you go ahead and roll me attacks. Unarmed attacks, please. As one is out of trying to save, and another is out of... You both just miss. You both, like, Naki, just see the arm come up, and you just try to duck under as Kieran, you just wind up your fist. You feel like your nail is trying to dig in your hand. A little bit of blood is being cut, and is just dripping down your hand, and you go to swing overhead, and Naki just ducks instinctively, and hand just misses.
Above table. If I were to use command and the word being awake, would that...
I would allow that.
Okay, so it only is one creature, but that's fine. I'm going to use command word awake on Maeve.
Alright. So I believe she would have to roll a saving throw on that one.
Yep. Wisdom 15. So you got to beat a 15 to not wake up, essentially. So you want to
Watch me
miss
roll
on the-
fucking high this time.
She's just like pushing through the pure paladin might is just like will not have my mind bent. My mind will not be bent. I am bent to no one's will but my own. And she just starts to like take a single step forward, and you just feet in the dirt just
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's funny as hell. D&D literally wants you to be in a dream world.
Dice tell their own story as you are just hearing this laughing, Maeve, and the scene is slowly beginning to turn into walls and ornamental fixtures of blues and greens. You're being in a place of comfort and home. You see a younger version of you being knotted up, like think Pirates of the Caribbean when they were like tying Elizabeth Swann in the corset, and you're just like childlike version of you, teen, like preteen, just in a dress. You're like, mother, this is too tight. Well, it's needed. And you just see it, like your mother's foot starts to push on your back and just, it's like, I can't breathe. It's like sometimes breathing is a luxury. And you just start like walking towards the, like fist curled and everything, and you start walking towards the image, dragging Nalbin behind you as Nalbin's just like.
Alright, I just want to start doing damage if I have to. I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip.
Jesus.
Rude.
At 22.
I do believe. What is your AC, Maeve?
It's definitely not
15.
Yeah. As you're just like, you're being dragged and you're just like lashing around.
So I'm a hopefully low roll. I did. Okay, so it's only 4 damage.
So you take 4 points of damage.
Dead.
I need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw with advantage since you did take a hit.
Hold
So
on.
you roll twice
How
and
many
then
damage?
take the hit.
4.
4.
4, so 40, and that's 45. I can math. I mean math.
Can I see Nalvin do that?
Oh yeah, you just very much
Okay.
hear the ground just like, and then just.
Okay.
And you said another intelligence save?
With
Yeah.
do 2d.
So you do 2d20s, and then you take the higher number rolled.
So my
We
great
got
knife
6.
has a charge, right? Like electricity.
Just try
Hold
that
on, wait a
again.
minute.
So it's a magical charge of when you stab, then you
Hold on.
release it.
Here we go. 16.
So
What is your- What is
what is
the
your
plus?
modifier?
'Cause- Yeah.
For what?
It's
So-
an intelligence saving.
Yeah.
Plus 4, so 20.
So
Okay,
30,
so-
20. So as soon as you feel that point of damage come across your body of where the whip has lashed you, you immediately are just back in this field of corn. As you walk forward, you just, a branch of it just, it smacks you in the face, and you just look down and see this greenish, purplish vine has just like wrapped around you, and it's like, as you turn your head back and you see Nalvin is just like, there.
Oh, but thanks for that.
Let me guess. You saw a little bit of your past in some way, shape, or form. Yes?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. No worries. I'm not asking. Just, I think I know what's going on. No.
Felix walking by behind you, it's like, yeah, we all got problems here. It's like, and then he just grabs Karen and just like,
Please
grabs
help.
him, it's like, forgive me, buddy, and just goes to headbutt, so he'll try
Miss it,
an
miss
unarmed
it.
strike. That is a natural 20.
Never mind. That's double damage, too.
That is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage as he just whack! And I would say because of the natural 20, if you were just taking that, you are just immediately like pulled out of that fearful, traumatic state. And you are now just a little bit dizzy as you started to go back and Felix was like, no, you stay here. Like, sorry about that, my apologies, are you good?
He was like brush off his arms, just like a sneeze. It was just like noticing
I-
that he doesn't have his mask on, goes to re-grab it.
I have 3 blossoms left. I'm going to give 3 of the blossoms, or I'm going to use up the last 3 blossoms on Maeve, which give 1 health per. So I'm going to crumple them, and then I'm just going to push them off towards Maeve. So bring yourself back up. -1.
48.
Yep. And then for Kieran.
I have lay on hands, so I can
Yeah.
You could technically heal him
that.
for 10 points.
Hold. All right, we are gonna have to
Holding.
hold until I can find it, because now I'm back on the laptop.
No worries.
Holding.
And you said 10.
Yeah, 10 points of damage is what he took. Was not expecting to roll a natural 20 for just headbutting him.
Yeah, it's kind of rude.
There's kind of rude, bud. You are healed, my son.
Just at
I have
the
healed
right
you.
now.
Oh, I need to subtract 10
Alright.
from that. Cool.
After seeing you lay hands at that point and just the bruise and the already beginning bulging bump that started to push on your mask, Kieran is just merely shrunken, and the bruise that would have been there is now gone.
Mm.
Felix is just like, no hard feelings?
I just sneeze, just like I assumed he like hit me in my nose, so my nose is pretty sensitive right now, so I don't really like to sneeze.
He's like, I'm gonna take that as a yes. And Felix at that point just instinctually takes the Dominator off his back and is like, I don't like this place, and starts back towards the the town walls.
Yep. I think we should keep moving again before whatever that was happens again.
You are walking through, whispers still cling around and try to grab at you, pulling you and grabbing at you to follow them, beckoning, ushering you forward. I will say though, as a lot of you have successfully either succeeded in getting through or being pulled by the help of your companions, you are able to just you just nope your way through the entire field, just mentally pushing through whatever it is that is trying to inflict this mental and psychological attack on you, to when you break through the fields that now you are standing out between maybe 40 to 50 feet away from the city or the town walls and the tower that is now standing above. And in these places before where you have been, you've been able to see that there are these braziers that are very well crafted, that usually are opened up, that have a shining and usual glow to them because of the Thuman crystals, that you do not see that there's anything active at this time.
Owl, I want to check them out just to see like if it's a damage situation or if it's potentially something on the inside of the town that's causing it to be down.
So scouting around and flying through this outlook tower, you see that there are shards of what looks to be a broken crystal, and then you see as the owl flies around it to the open part of it, because it looks like it was midway closing, and then you see that the metal is kind of bent outward as if something was opening it forcefully, and you see that the bottom half of it is just cracked and broken and crumbled. So something has broken this crystal.
Okay.
Flying around, I will say, roll me perception. The difficulty will not be super high as the owl is flying pretty inward close on this tower.
12.
12, you notice as like the owl is flying through, looking through its eyes, you see that there are a couple of Orchid Knights that are lying very still at the top of this tower.
Or under some kind of spell. Okay, so I relay that the Thuman wards have been, or at least the one that I did see was damaged beyond any kind of repair on my end. And then that I've seen some of the Bloom Knights, or the Orchid Knights, that are not moving, whether they be dead or under something. So, be cautious at this time, guys.
No, you know me, cautious as always.
Felix at that point is at the wall, feeling around, ends up pulling out his torch because, nighttime, he can't see much, and so he just ignites the torch and just... I think I found the footholds! Tries to call out as quietly as possible. Waving his torch, you see that there are, every so often, like a few bricks that stand out a little bit going up the way, and there are growings of moss and vine that look pretty thick and pretty taut to the wall that you might be able to use for climbing and scaling up.
I'm gonna push past him and just start climbing.
Alright, so go ahead and give me an athletics check.
I'm gonna use my boots.
I thought you might.
A 7.
No.
I kid you not, that was the DC, was 7 was the DC. Of like, you start scaling it and you are just making your way, like, you're about to fall, you grab and hook your arm into a vine and you just pull yourself up and you make it about halfway. If you are continuing on, I'm going to ask for another athletics roll. The DC is a little bit higher now.
Oh.
Are we next to, like,
21.
are we next to the jelly, what is that, jelly bean? The jelly
Bean.
Okay,
Jelly
the
Bean
jelly bean,
is
or are we
the store. You'd be
are
a
we
lot
next
closer
to-
to that one, yeah. You'd be a lot closer to that store in particular from that tower.
Okay. I just want to know exactly where we're going to be coming in from.
Oh, that's where we're going. Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you are like closest to that particular area.
Roger.
But like where the footholds are like really close to the tower, so like for destination wise, like yeah, you're a lot closer to the jelly bean. With the 21, you just scale it so easy. You're pulling yourself up, and now you're on the top of the wall. Are you waiting for anyone else to join you?
Whoever's behind me, I guess I'll help them up.
Who would be following suit? I mean, well, Nalbin has just flown to the top.
I'm gonna do my best.
All right, roll me in athletics.
Actually, prior to that, or does it require attunement? I think it does. Damn it, never mind.
So,
I
Kieran
forgot to do that.
having 18 and 7, you just scale. You are up so high, just like a spider, just climbing the wall. And with the 7, though, you nearly begin to fall, and then are able to just catch yourself as part of your, I want to say bracer, just like hooks onto the brick and keeps you, and you're able to grab on before pulling yourself all the way up, and now you are over the side of the wall. Maeve with the 23, you just get yourself about halfway. You are just leaping from place to place. It is like playing a children's game of just rock to rock to rock, vine, pulling yourself up, getting to the next spot. I need you to roll me another athletics check because you are about halfway up this wall.
Steve Carell over here.
12. You, once again, just a little bit carefully now as you are feeling a little bit more of a wind on this. You are carefully foot over as you're now realizing you're maybe about 25, 30 feet in the air, so you're just carefully pulling yourself up. And as you go, you begin to feel your hand go just over a ledge, and you grab onto it and lift, and you are now safely over the side of the wall. Felix rolled a pretty decent athletics check of 26, so he just scales, making it halfway, just similar to Maeve, of just like brick to brick, vine to vine, making it about halfway. Will he do it for the next 21? Yes. Just going over and just heaves himself and just vaults over and just dusts himself off. He looks over. Oh, I left my torch down there. Damn.
Go on, go back down and get it. Go on, pretty boy.
No, I've got another one. Anyone like to roll perception now that they're at the top of the wall?
Yes, but I'm going to first climb a little bit higher in terms of altitude just to get a bit better look at the...
Alright.
19.
Alright, let's go ahead and switch.
Ooh, I got a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Look at me go.
Doing better than earlier.
That's fair.
So looking out... let me just double check. So...
Don't double check. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
So Maeve's the only one that really doesn't see much. So for a lot of you, you get a glimpse of immediate vicinity of like things around you. You begin to see that there are burnt buildings, and now like over, you actually begin to kind of take in that a lot of the buildings immediately downwards are actually currently on fire with strange reddish flames that are almost looking like they're trying to leap to another building. You begin to see that there are figures dressed in black moving about And off to the side, to your immediate left, you begin to see a big, bulbous, fat, maybe 13-foot tall hill giant that's just beginning to like pick his nose as he stands in front of a pile of rubble blocking a road. Off to the right, you begin to see another pile of rubble that seems to be guarded by what looks to be figures that look like they have tusked teeth. You can't make out too much, but once again look like they are dressed in black. And as you look very intently, for you especially, Kieran, hatred begins to burn as you notice that they are orcs. As you notice the grayish green skin, and as one of them turns around, you see that there is a familiar black handprint with a red eye in the middle of it. As one of them is just like tapping a saber on his right pauldron of his armor and just like you, especially Kieran, looking out across the city, begin to notice that there are various red flashes that burst around. You alone also see that among these red flashes you notice, probably sprinkled near what would be the center of Nthyos, are flashes of purple or violet. Seem to be interspersed among some of these red flashes, but all over Nthyos in this town are these reddish flashes.
Just gonna relay that back to everybody. There's a lot going on here.
Is there a way to get down? Is the same on this side of the wall and the other side of the wall?
So now that you are on the side of the wall, you do see like there is just like the open balcony of the tower and a set of stairs that would descend down.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going down the stairs.
Immediately looking down, though, you do note that there are a few smaller figures dressed in black armor with the same handprint.
I think we should scout a little bit more before we start drawing attention to ourselves.
Oh, are we gonna be stealthy? Let me just roll another nat 1 right quick.
I wouldn't say stealthy because we could just stay along the wall line.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
If I cast elevated sight, would I be able to pinpoint anything like landmarks, anything that sticks out?
Because is it increasing your eyes of sight, or is it?
Yeah. So elevated sight, you cast your eyes skyward, granting you the sight from a higher vantage point. You project your vision to see through an invisible sensor which appears up to 120 feet above you. You can see through the sensors as if you were flying, granting a full 360 view from its location. The sensor moves with you, retaining its height and relations to you. You can use a bonus action to adjust the sensor's height, but only to a maximum of 120 feet. While you're looking through the sensors, you are blind, though you can switch between seeing through the sensor or throughout your own eyes at any time during your turn.
Yes, I would say that would give you like a definite better perspective of everything, especially because you now like are about 50 feet up. So you would be going up an additional to about 170 feet in the air to be able to look down.
I'd assume that I'm like beside either Felix or Nakia, and I probably like grab onto their shoulder, and I'm just like, I'm gonna see if I can see anything, but I won't be able to see at all, and then I'll cast elevated sight.
Alright, so looking through that, I would say roll me another perception check, as this is still like dead of night, and just taking in everything.
This one, I'll take the second one, 26.
26, so it is just like a bird's eye view of just like increased focus of, and you just see like there are various entities moving around. There are not a lot of humanoids that seem too friendly. I would say, like, especially from up here, you can immediately clock that there looks to be dogs that have two heads walking around. There are spectral, like, spirits that are just, like, moving through buildings. You see that there are carriages and wagons that have been pulled to almost block roads. Some of the buildings look like they're broken down. I would say, like, being able to be at this particular height, you get a better view of, I would say, maybe closer to the town markets center area. Looking at the map there, I did have that open for a second. You do see that there are not just the hill giant that's close by, but you do see like there's a few others. You see that there are almost like patrols of figures dressed in black. You see that there are entities that look like they have tendrils coming out of their mouth, out of their arms, out of their backs, that are moving around, that almost have their limbs twisted around, bent backwards, moving, breaking into houses and buildings. So you see like a small group of people that you judge to be a family, like racing from one alley to another. You see what looks to be a mom clutching close a wrapped figure that you now know to be a small baby as she's rushing through, as a older gentleman is clutching two younger children rushing behind, as you see this purplish reddish worm-like entity just begin to circle out. You wouldn't see this before, but your companions might know. Like it begins to like whirl up around a building, and it's just scanning before it begins to burrow down underneath the ground. All around there is a lot happening, almost as if Nthyos has been completely taken over by whatever has happened here. Closer over near the center of where this town is, you see a figure dart over rooftops, and you see this arc of a spell that is violet in nature arc towards the figure before seeing a figure rush through the air after them. Almost seems as if someone is fighting.
Do I see a general idea of where we need to go to, like, any sites or hinting at red or searching for the sun?
Nothing that stands out too much. You do see that like there are certain roads that are guarded, but also there are alleyways that don't seem to be too heavily blocked up at this current time. It does definitely feels as though you would have to rely heavily on sneaking through and hoping that nothing notices you as you get through.
Okay.
But nothing that gives a general vicinity of where you might find this head of the town.
Okay, then I will, from the sensor back to my normal eyesight, I'll let go of whoever else holding on, relating everything to the worm, to the dogs, to the chaos that's ensuing in the town, the families that are being terrorized, and the figures that were on the rooftop, ending it with, there's a lot going on here. I can't figure out where we need to go, but no matter what direction we take, we need to be very quiet and yeah.
When he relies all of this like to us, can I don't know what that would be. Can I see it, the worm? Can I, from his description, can I
like, are you trying to find where it was, or are you trying
or
to
like
recall
know
any
what it is?
information?
Yeah, recall.
Roll a
There we
history
go.
check.
History. 24.
24. Just based off the description alone, it is painfully aware to you of what this entity is, as you fought something similar in the mines in Selly.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that like this is that worm again.
That started the sanity BS.
Yeah.
Yay.
This is what I'm assuming you guys dealt with that before I found you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
Okay.
Feels like it was ass. It was totally ass. I hated every minute of it.
It exploded.
Well, I guess
Now
we
we're like this.
should take two things into consideration. And if we could probably find a way to get that tower back going, should deal with a lot of the issues that's happening here.
Well, I noticed that some of the Thuman wards are damaged, so I don't know how well that's going to actually help.
Did I try, like, testing out if the area we are in is warded by calling out for Shadowhide?
Calling him out, he immediately, like, the moment you reach out and just have that whisper of his name, he just appears right beside you on top of the wall.
This area is currently not warded. If Shadowhide is affected by any lumen crystals, then we'll know by if anything happens to him. And then I'm just like patting him.
But what I'm
That's nice to
saying
know.
though is if we wanted to get the Thuman wards back up, it might be difficult due to some of them being damaged, and
So we would have
which
to
means
replace them.
we'd have to either replace them, mend them, or whatever may be the case.
Well, let's figure it out.
Well, there's people down there fearing for their lives, and I'm not one to just wait up here and keep planning. We should just get down there now. As I try to descend.
Are you going down the tower, or are you
What?
scaling the wall down?
Oh, I'm gonna scale down.
Right, roll me an athletics check.
And I'm just gonna
Oof, that was rough.
dive bomb.
So 8. As soon as you begin to like slide down, you just are starting to fall. Free fall.
Jesus.
Can
Oh,
I use
wait.
my coiling grass tattoo to try to like pull him back
Grab
up?
him. Yeah. Because that would be a strength check on him, right?
Wait, who are you using it on?
Kieran
Because
fell.
I'm dying.
He's
I got
fallen.
a 12.
Oh, I believe you would fail, so the whips would grab you.
Can I call out thanks? Trying to get my footing back.
Well, here's the thing that happens: is as soon as the whip grabs your foot, now you're about 5 feet from the wall, so you're about against the wall. Just thanks.
I had that one coming.
So now you're like Spider-Man upside down against the wall.
I'm gonna.
Now it says that he has to take force damage
Yeah.
because I got him with the tattoo. So
How much am I taking?
Like this force just like goes through your body. It's like
This still beats Yolix, so.
He's just happy he's not in Yolix. Oh my god.
so can I go down the stairs
You
but
lucky
see if I can like isolate one of the orc guards?
I was gonna go down that way too. Maybe we could do it together.
So yeah, so Karen, are you letting yourself be pulled back up the wall, or are you still trying to traverse down?
Yeah, if it's like retracting, then just pull me back up. Because that would be a lot simpler if I just. Because I'm facing
Yep.
down the ground, so I would fall.
Just
Kind of like dust myself off. Not exactly what I was trying to do.
Felix is just
I wonder how
Nalbin's
hard you
by
will hit the
himself
ground
on
if I
the- on
push
the
Well,
you,
now
ground.
that you're
Felix.
here, should I just lay on hands
Wait.
again so that I can, heal up my damage that I've done?
you guys are walking down. Nalvin, are you still like
He's at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm
did you
at the
fly to
bottom.
Okay, so you're at the bottom. The rest of you are walking down the steps. That was not what I meant
Yes.
to do. I did not need to click on that.
Can we walk down stealthily?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me stealth. So Felix and Maeve will have to roll with disadvantage since they are clanky.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Look, y'all are rude, alright? So,
What?
a fucking
Pretty
one.
effing
Jesus
rude.
goddamn Christ!
God damn, your stealth is not
King
your
came
thing.
from both Felix and because Felix rolled a 4
I want to laugh
for
at him
a
now.
total of 5. So
Okay, so
both
wait,
of them.
did I lay on hands? Did I heal him? Hold on.
Yeah, you would have healed Kieran.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me just...
So let's go ahead and start session so you guys can
Oh,
see map. So just because like immediate vicinity, like you guys got a good old sight of everything for quite a ways.
Hooray!
I wish this would be bigger. It's not as big a map as the freaking mountain. I learned from my past mistakes. There are plenty of torches around here. I will say, like, immediately at the bottom of this tower. So let's go ahead.
This is still pretty big.
It's only about
it's-
100 and some. So you don't have to zoom in at like 500% to be able to get in there. You do notice that there are goblins underneath. I will say. Because freaking Kieran decided to elevate sight. I was like, you know what? Let's just Fogvor reveal all.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
So because I'm gonna be nice here because you freaking censored that crap. Like, you
Sensory
fli-
overload.
You sensory mother. So you notice that there is that big guy over there. Notice that there are entities flying around over there. You would have seen those. You saw And just like before, you saw figures walking around over there. The bigger part of the area.
Let me just...
You would be, so I will add your tokens in now.
Oh.
Because we're coming from which direction?
Oh.
Because you would have been coming from inside the tower, so Nulbin would have been, off to the side there. You guys would be inside the tower currently, so I'll just place you guys in there. As you were just like, down this tower, immediately just like, you hear a, "What's that? I hear something." As this orc begins to wander over, and a couple of the goblins.
I have a question.
Don't see us.
Yes?
Where we at?
What do ball barons do again?
So essentially it makes it like rough terrain if anyone starts to step over and they have to try to not trip and fall.
May I throw
There's
those
no
down? May
Right
I
off
throw
the bat.
down ball bearings?
Yeah. So as soon as like you just hear that voice call and just it's like I definitely heard something as the orc just like rushes in. It's like, and it should say
Was
ball
that-
bearings.
Was that about like
But
100 or
just,
so?
just the one orc is at us right now?
Well, the goblins now like hearing what sounds like rushing water falling down the steps are all kind of rushing in. But I would say
Okay,
like
but there's
because
4 of them.
well, you guys probably made it about like halfway before you really realized, oh, we've been heard. Someone's coming, and so like the ball bearings are just like pouring. So I would say about like 100, 150, I would say roughly, has just like fallen out. And the ball bearing should give a saving throw, I believe, on
Okay, cool.
if someone steps on it. Entities
Or
running into the tower.
anemones coming towards us, right? Just the 4?
Yeah,
Currently speaking, yes.
Okay.
They should
because you
follow.
have to remember,
okay.
looking at some of the buildings, they are currently on fire. So roaring, raging fires are a little loud.
Okay.
Okay.
So you do have that.
They're
for
all
cover.
wearing the black cloaks, though? Every humanoid around here?
Yeah, that are walking around are wearing that black cloak with the black hand and red eye in the middle.
Okay.
So what is the
Nate has
saving? I
plans.
think it's a dexterity saving throw on the ball bearings.
It is DC. Yeah, 10 dexterity. It takes 10 minutes to. Oh, I'm not picking those up.
1, 2. There's a reason it takes 10
Oh,
minutes.
there's one over there.
Oh, I dropped that dice, so let's see. Is it Dex? Is it Dex?
Yeah, it's Dex. Did they fall? Like the 3 students.
Well, the orc literally rolled a 6, so as soon as he walks in, it's what the head just freaking
Home Alone type
hacks,
shit.
like just cracks against the steps. I will say because
Can I laugh at
immediate,
him?
yeah, I'll take 4 bludgeoning damage from that. The goblins like we're about to follow in. There's like as they're just watching ting ting ting, 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 and just rolling of ball bearings going out.
Are there any nooks and crannies where we are that I'd be able to hide in?
None that you can see. Like a lot of it just looks like smooth stone for the most part, with a few that kind of are bulging outwards or pushing inwards.
So it's just like a narrow staircase that...
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much for like arrow slits or anything. That I mean, with Thuman wards, they don't really have to worry too much.
Maybe
Roll
the
me perception to see if you could hear the orc, because he did call out. So give me perception on that, because he
14.
14.
Nope.
You hear like muffled voices, but you're hearing a lot of noises around you.
Yeah.
As it is also like, from your point of view, there's also a very tall hill giant off around, surrounded by corpses. So, from the
Yeah.
distance.
But I
You're
still
still
want to
just
check in on my friends. 25, 30.
So that is where you would pretty much see like the shadows being cast from this very much brightly lit flaming torch of these small goblinoids that are just standing there, and they're just kind of all like looking at the small ball bearings. It's like, what is this?
Okay.
The orc inside is just like, ugh. Poof, poof. What can the House of Seven do currently?
Oh, we have free action.
I would say right now, because you are darn near combat, you would be having just your movement speed at this current time.
How far away are we?
Where?
So we're about halfway up, so you're about 25 feet up on a curve, so that orc maybe got 7 feet inside before tripping and falling.
Is he
But
blocking
you
the
heard
only
like
exit?
yeah,
Can I step
that would
on
be the
him?
only way getting up. You certainly can.
I'll just like step it up and dude be like, here.
So you're immediately rushing out.
Yeah, hand on my flame tongue sword.
Okay.
Ooh. Are those actual like fires?
Yeah, those are
on
actual
the-
flames. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. Let's see. Hold on. Let me double check my
If I
distance.
could animate them so they flickered, I would, but on sad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Would the one that tried to come up be within 15 feet of us or no?
He'd be about 20 feet down from you, so you'd have to rush down. So you'd be using a lot of your movement speed. So probably with your entire movement speed, you would be standing on top of him because he pretty much tried to push up, and then Kieran stepped on him and just pushed him back down onto the stone.
Okay.
This
Well,
is
I
now
just want to
like
move
really
within
pressed.
15 feet of him.
Kieran just
I guess I'll do the
Yeah.
same as Kieran right after him.
Here, I'll give you space because I'm
think
excellent here. I'll be
Oh,
right
you
here.
just fucking exposed us to all of them. Never mind.
You gotta remember
Seems
how
like they
Kieran
just-
reacted it back in Yolix when the last time we saw these things.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna try
Well, I
to
was
give you
gonna
guys a
try to
little bit
yoink
more
one
distraction.
of them up. Yeah, no, you could distract all you want. You could have distracted the other three. I was gonna try to yoink
Yeah.
the other one up. You know what? I'm still gonna do that. I'm gonna snatch the one that is within the walls, and I'm gonna use the coiling grass to try to pull him closer to me.
All right, so he needs to make a strength save. That is a. Actually, I would say because I'll say a disadvantage because he's just fell, cracked his face, and then had a rough go of it. He still rolled a 22 on that, so
Son of a bitch.
it's he's just slipping and falling. The tendrils don't find purchase as they're whipping to above. Naki and Kieran, are you want to do any quick thing before we go into rolling for initiative?
Say the word fire.
Just in your head, I hate you so much.
So wait, if I move here,
Is Shadowhide still with you, by the way?
I don't think he has the space. Yeah, if we can get his thing there, I'll move him.
It was wide enough to be able to fit, so.
Then I will also
Before
emphasize that
combat gets
Shadowhide will also
initiated.
step on this orc.
I would say with his movement speed, he's just pushing him down at this point, and he's just kind of blocking the doorway a little bit.
All
The
right,
goblin's seeing these two elves come out, just seeing this direwolf,
And before combat starts, I'm going to get closer, and then face step in between the three, so they're all within
Alright.
5 feet of me, and then they're going to have to make wisdom saving throws or be frightened until their next turn.
Okay.
And the DC on that is, give me a second.
His wisdom saving throw. So let's go ahead.
Do you want us to roll for initiative now?
I would say you can go ahead and do that after this, as the very clear indication of hostility was lighting the flaming sword, Shadowhide jumping out of the way, and now all of a sudden this just teleportation of Nalbin in the middle of it.
It really does not say what the DC save is, which is kind of stupid.
It should be your it should say at the top of because it should say your spell attack,
Yeah, maybe.
in the modifier, and then
Look. Don't talk about it, alright? We don't talk about Maeve.
Nah, it still doesn't say, which is crazy.
We don't discuss Maeve.
we don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. Jesus Christ.
It's okay. That means you'll have a better rolls the next time.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
One of them rolled for a total of 17, 15, and then a 7. So one of them fails, and that will be this one here that I will order as, say, frightened.
The other two?
Goblin 1. Rolled a 15 and a 17.
Okay. On the one that's in front of the fire at just to kind of start things off as well, prior to combat, I'm also going to touch it and inflict damage.
All right. I would say that you would not be able to touch it to inflict damage, as like the moment you like immediate, like is where you tried to do the frightened, and then it was immediate combat. So then the touch would have been your next move if that's what you're gonna go for. All right. So we're gonna go ahead with Shadowhide starting first. So get that rolling, and then it'll be Goblin number 3 going after, if he survives.
Yeah.
Pack Tactic's gonna attack both times. Gonna go for the one at the bottom. So that's gonna be. Let me roll for the first one. +5, 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
2d6 +4. 7 points of damage, and then I'm gonna go for the second attack.
Right. 7 points to the one that is frightened.
15 to hit.
Alright. That will miss.
Okay. And
Higher than
that is it.
15 AC. Okay.
Oh, I forgot. I only rolled once. It's with advantage, so I'll roll again.
Yes, because with Pack Tactics you do roll twice, so
This one, 18.
that
plus
one will
5.
hit.
Gotcha.
That
so
will hit.
Second attack. So 4, 10 points of damage. The one at the bottom.
Shadowhide just rips this goblin apart, just flinging his little body around, and from where the bites are just going in, the left arm just flies off. That one is just ripped apart.
Oh, I meant the one at the bottom, not the one at the top.
Oh, the one at the bottom. Okay.
This guy.
Yeah, that one took all the
okay.
damage.
So that goblin is just gone. That was goblin number 3. So is that the end of Shadowhide's turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it was going to be that goblin's turn. Now it's Kieran's turn.
Attacking twice with the flame tongue sword.
All right.
So for
What's
the first
going
attack. Ooh, first one is a natural fail. 1. I'll do the second one. 16 to hit the second one.
That will miss.
Okay. And that's it.
All right. So now we go on to Nalbin with Nakia following.
I'm going to bonk with
What?
Primal Savagery.
Oh.
So, do that. Never mind, I'm not going to bonk.
You just way overhead. Which one were you attacking?
The one that I was damaging.
Okay. So that one just like edge of life, just pushes, just breathing heavily. Just no, I'm not going down that easy.
All right. Well then, I'm just going to stay right here.
All right. So if that's the end of your turn, and we go to Nakia.
Guess I'll move right here
All right.
and try to hit this one with my short bow.
All right.
11.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that's all I got.
That's all you're gonna do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now we will go to the goblins' turns, as this one is going to... The red one wants you dead, and so you die! And so he's going to attempt to take a swing at Kieran.
Wait, which one? The
one that's been marked. Yeah, because he's frightened,
Yeah.
correct?
yeah, he
So-
has to run away.
Yeah. He says this, and then immediately,
So attack of opportunity. Whee!
from like 4 people.
Yeah. Roll for Kieran. Or am I rolling for my sword or just regular d20?
Yes, for your sword. You roll for your sword, not sword.
Sword.
So Nakia, Kieran, Shadowhide, and Nalbin can all take attacks of opportunities if they'd like.
Kieran
With
will-
whatever. So I can use
With
my
no, I would say like if you want to quickly because you've already let loose an arrow, just quickly take out the dagger and then
Okay,
Yeah,
allow
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Quarterstaff it.
both Shadowhide and Kieran miss.
All right.
23.
That's gonna be 17.
All right, both of those will hit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add Krill's maggot on top of that.
7 damage.
All right.
No, I'm not, because I can't. It's gonna be that. 5, 6.
6. He is very badly bloodied, on the verge of death. But he is, because that was, what was the speed? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, he'd be about there.
Beautiful.
And that's where his turn's going to end. This one is going to bonus action disengage and run away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
attack of opportunity?
You've already used your reaction on that one goblin that ran away.
You're right.
He's going to dash and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now we go to Felix, who is rushing down the stairs, sees the orc, and just brings his sword above. And is going to take 2 attacks on it. Because it is prone, they are with advantage. Lucky mother... One of those was a natural 1. So that's a dirty 20 on the first attack. And then a natural 20 on the second, so... Do I really even need to roll damage for this?
Dead?
Well, he will be, because one of them is max damage, so that is 12. Because he's using that. And that is, just for hex of it. So 25 points of damage as he just brings the sword up and just goes in at the neck and brings it, and this orc's head is lopped off and it dies right there.
Lol.
So that creature is no more. So we go to Maeve. You are up. As Felix will actually use the rest of his movement to jump off the stairs and go down.
Okay. So I got a plan here. Hear me out. I am going to change into an orc, take his cloak, and come out.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you just
Maeve's got plans. So how many movement does it take for me to get out of there?
It would probably take just over his body. I would say you would get to about there.
To here?
After coming, to about there to get to about you would end your movement there from where you were in the stairs. So you would have been able to, because it would have been your action to remove the cloak, and now you are in a haste trying to throw it on over top.
So I'm here.
Yeah. Fortunately now for the rest of those that are outside, an orc has now just come out of the tower, as no one watched you shift and change.
Uh-oh.
We Gucci, I got this.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna tell Felix to put on the cloak of the other one that died. I'm gonna point to the cloak and be like, put that on.
Quick thing with changelings, does your voice also change with it?
It says you can change your appearance and voice, but I don't know. Oh, you determine the specifics. So I would assume that I would just leave my voice as is for now.
Okay. So there's just this tall, gruff, buff-looking orc that now just sounds very feminine and very much like Maeve calling out. So I will say that with that, everyone around you in the heat of battle is still able to hear Maeve's voice and just kind of turn and be like, oh, that's not Maeve, but it sounds like Maeve. Felix is just going to look at the body and be like, I'm tall, he is small, I cannot put that on.
That
Goblin?
guy in a little
Me.
coat, put it on.
Is that going to be the end of your turn? Because Felix will have to do that on his next.
I was gonna say, I don't think that I can reach either of them, but I'm gonna tell you guys not to let them escape.
Alright.
And that's the end of my turn.
Alright, so now we're back to the top of the round with Shadowhide and Kieran following.
We're the one that's running away on the right side. Is there dim light or darkness?
Yep. Because the flames are high enough that shadows are being cast down, so there is plenty of shadows
Shadow
dancing around.
Step. And this, from this point, is exactly 60 foot.
Love that.
And, and just attack twice.
Alright.
This one's a miss. Second one. Oof, also a miss.
A shadow hide is just like immediately out of the darkness. The light is a lot for his eyes as he tries to bite, and the goblin is just weakishly just, bad puppy! Bad puppy! Trying to run.
That's end of his turn.
Alright, so Kieran, you're up with Nalbin following.
So from where I am, bonus action, Sprite of Lightning. This point is exactly 70 foot from where I am.
Beautiful.
Attacking. Wait. Let's see. Can I attack with my bow?
Yeah.
Then I will do my first attack with a bow with a +1 arrow. That'd be
15
16.
will miss.
16 with the +1 arrow, but that one still misses.
Oh, okay, yeah, that misses still.
For +1 arrow. 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright. Do +3. +1. 11 points of damage.
How do you want to do this on that goblin?
Would you allow it to be non-lethal and I shoot him in the knee to incapacitate?
I would allow
him?
that, yeah.
Then that is what
Amount of blood loss.
Yeah, and then I'll like look down and like speak in Goblin. Where like I need answers. And end my turn
so
there.
Alright, so I will mark him as gray as he is knocked prone on the ground. Kneecap is just badly bleeding. It's just now figure who, because you technically didn't put out Flame Tongue. You never said flame again to put out the blade, so now it has put away the flame of the sword has now touched your cloak. So now the gear you wear is now hardened up. So now you are just smoking and steaming, eyes glowing red and orange from your mask, and a tall wolf beside, and this goblin just... So that is the end of Kieran's turn, right?
Mm-hmm, yep.
Alright, so Nalbin, you're up with Nakia following.
I'm going to go after this one. And I'm going to go ahead and do... where's hide it? Leave me. I'm going to do that Primal Savagery again. That's going to be 28.
That'll hit.
And this is going to get a +1 because of the sashes. That's going to be 19.
How do you want to do this on that goblin?
I'm just going to Mortal Kombat it, pull out its spine.
As like the head just kind of like caves into the body as it's just like ripped out. And it just drops to the ground dead. At this current time, you have one goblin left alive. Nothing seems to be coming near you guys, as you recall, unless anyone would like to take an active perception, as you are leaving combat for a moment.
21.
20.
16.
Felix rolled like garbage. Felix doesn't notice anything. He's just trying to like figure out how to like put a cloak in a little piece of armor, and he just starts like bending and breaking off and just like starts wrapping it all like, there, fine, is it good enough? But from the rest of you, doesn't seem as though anything is coming in haste to the sounds of battle. Everything seems to either be too clouded over with the noise of the fire, or they all seem to be too far away.
I'm gonna start interrogating.
Alright.
So, since the arrow is lodged into its knee, I am crouching down and I am speaking to it very firmly and stern, I suppose. And I ask, who's next in leadership? Because there's no way a piece of trash like you would know anything about where we need to go.
Roll me an intimidation check. With advantage, since you have a giant wolf behind him.
Is this free movement since battle? Okay.
Yeah.
Oof, they're
So
both
Kieran
bad.
is kind of over here. 7, he's just like,
The one in red calls us all. He has a sensor to all that is him. And trash like you,
as there's like blood like coming down his chin's like,
well, I'll burn.
Okay.
Normal
Can I do
goblin
a
squawk
strength
is all I
check
hear.
to like grab it by its like throat and like hit it against the wall?
yeah, I'd say so. What'd you say, Nalvin?
All I hear is normal goblin squawk.
Yeah, that's all you guys hear is just like this weird chittering language. For a 3, I would say because he is pretty wounded, it's like it's easiest to grab him by the throat and just like lift him up, and he's being pushed against a building that is very much actively on fire, so as soon as it's just you start after a few moments hearing sizzling.
I look back at the people around. Do you guys have any questions to ask him before I kill him? My like grip is tightening.
Wasn't it the sun that we're looking for? Or
Oh.
Yeah, we're looking for the sun.
What's his name?
Ephraim.
Ephraim.
Yeah.
Ask him about Ephraim.
yeah.
So as I'm like ripping his throat, letting loose so you can have enough to speak. Where's the sun, Ephraim?
Who do you think let us in?
Ooh.
The red takes over. The red controls. The red gives gifts.
Let me give you another gift, and then I will go for. As I have him up, I want to have my hand on sword and like jab it in while it's on fire.
Easy enough. You have him pinned to the wall, there's not much you can do as you just like slowly start driving it in as flame begins to take over, and he just...
Turn off the fire, wipe off the blood off my blade, put it back, and a deep sigh. Well, first I'm gonna look at Maeve, assuming that I'm ready to attack again, not knowing that that might be Maeve.
Yo, bro. Chill, bro. Chill. Hold
I'll
on.
hear her voice.
Hold on. Don't be looking at me like that.
Okay, I hear her voice. Explaining back to the group after I'm done disposing of the body. Seems like the sun is the one that's caused this whole thing to happen.
Potential pawn of the red.
That's weird.
This is a bit troubling, especially if we were to report this now. That might not go over very well.
I say we secure him
Definitely.
and get him back to the sergeant.
Yeah. Get him, bring him back, and interrogate when we get back. So.
Can I
Okay,
do
how
a
tall are the
perception
rest
check?
of you?
I am 6'5", if I remember correctly. Hold on.
5'8".
You're not fucking helpful either.
Felix is about 6 feet. Nakia is 5'6", 5'7"? 5'2".
I'm gonna do a perception to see
Okay.
the other
Yeah, even 6 foot.
things on the side, on the left side,
Alright.
which is a natural 20,
So-
27.
Alright, so off to the side, you just notice, like, this hill giant is just walking over. You notice, like, the left side of his face, as his back is to you, is, like, sagging a little bit. There's, like, tendrils that seem to be, like, almost extending out from his chin up to the top of his head. Look like they're pulsing along his back. You begin to see, like, there's a few that look like they're extending out of open pores, just like almost like they're looking at the air as he grabs one of the nearby corpses and just.
And do I also see on my left side the enemies on that side?
So off to the side there, you see, because your sensor is still up, correct?
Yes, it should be running out soon. Typically lasts 10 minutes.
You do see that some of these orcs over here have started to wander down. Well, these ones have started to like walk over to a nearby corpse and are like looking at it and examining it. Over top the building, because you do get a nice 360 view. You do see some of these figures are kind of like moving around a little bit, just wandering. Nothing's really drawn their attention from the looks of it, but they're just moving.
I will assume that I had switched from my eyes to those sensors and now swapping back. Letting them know about the movements that are happening. I look over at the giant and I look at everyone. We could take that one out like we did that one ogre in Carl's Manor. Spread it to pieces and take it from afar.
Okay, there's that idea. Or
Mate,
those
you
of
look
you
so
who are
weird.
actually short enough to ignore it. Those of you that are short enough to fit into the cloaks, Felix, you look ridiculous. Take it off. Those of you that are short enough to fit into the cloaks, change into the cloaks, right? Hear me out. We do a little sneaky around this away.
Oh.
What does the cloak do?
We do literally nothing other than being a disguise.
He's wearing the goblin cloak.
I'm not wearing that. Kieran's
I can
scoffing
wear
at
it.
the idea.
Put
I
it
refuse.
on. Put it on, and then we go this way, sneak around, right? And we can sneak through these buildings over here, right? You with me, right?
Right.
And then if we get caught, listen, Linda. If we get caught, then those of us in cloaks will just say that those who are too tall to wear cloaks, we're sneaking in.
Maeve.
And we are taking them to we're taking them to the red one, and we will go sneak right in.
I mean, I could wild shape so that way it's just one person.
Do they really need 4 guards for one person?
Fuck, man. I'm not getting in disguise. You guys can take me as a prisoner, I guess.
Ruined the plan.
Maeve, I utterly refuse to change into these. I kicked the dead corpse that I just killed. Any of these things. I'm just like pressing my heel into its head.
Alright, anyone else have any objections?
Actually, I can't. You know what? This makes it a little bit better. I can go undead and make myself shorter.
My dog can't even change into one.
You know what? I've allowed a lot of crap. You know, why not? Sure.
So I'm a wild shape into a fiend, just short enough to pass off as a goblin with a mask on.
You guys are so disgusting.
All right, so
Just
that's
work with the plan.
2
Do you
people
want to
that
find
have.
the red one or not?
I'm dismissing Shadowhide for now, since I know he won't be able to fit through any of these alleyways.
All right.
Walking over to Maeve. Alright. Like, let's get this on.
Yeah, Felix over here. So 2 of you are in decent, somewhat good disguises, while 3 of you are not.
Oh yeah, what is?
Well, is Nakia gonna put on a cloak or not?
Do I need to? I thought we already had
You
like
don't
2
need
people.
to, but you're making it less fun. You're taking
It
away
actually-
Maeve's fun right now.
It'd probably be a little bit more believable if we had 3 instead of 2.
Okay.
Goblin Nakia.
Do I have to take it
Sorry,
off
Put on
the
the
dead
stinky
body?
cloak.
Yeah, you have to take it off the dead body. As
Okay.
I can just imagine the slurping noises as the flesh falls out of it.
well, because here's the thing, the last 2, one was ripped apart by Shadowhide, and then another one was Mortal Kombated right down the center. So both cloaks and gear are tattered and ripped.
Great.
So
I guess I'll
Well,
put
then
both of
clearly
them
she
on
just
and
got
try
beat
to.
up in battle trying to
Oh.
apprehend these two. It's fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
all right.
And I'm a fiend who's probably going to look a little bit beat up, so
So right now, Felix and Kieran are the only ones not in disguises.
Honestly,
I'll hold up the
Noctis-
back.
wouldn't it make more sense if Felix was one of them? You know how he is with the big armor. He's gonna make too much noise.
He's not wrong.
Right, but he won't fit in the cloak. So
There was the orc back up at the stairs.
We could
that's the
check
one that I'm
him.
wearing.
Oh,
that's true.
But
She
but
took the
okay,
cloak.
okay. But I could take off that cloak and I can just shapeshift into a goblin.
that works.
It was like, how does that all work, by the way? Like, how...
Welcome to the Fae, buddy.
That's weird. Not gonna lie.
All right.
Yeah, it just says that it takes one action. So
Alright, so you've just like... Now you look like a goblin. Felix will now put on that cloak, so 4 of you now look like you're in disguises.
and that's the
Because
4
of
that we needed.
that, instinctively, I'm like very tensed up. And very like, I know that they're, you know, my companions, but for a brief moment, the intent to like attack is there.
Can I do insight check to see if I see this?
It's like very uncomfortable.
Knowing what I know.
I would say, yeah, I'll allow an insight on that.
19.
He's all standing in front of you. Like, you notice very much that, like, he is clenched fists. You can see the veins in his arms just bulging against his skin. He looks
His butthole be puckered.
really... he looks rather uncomfortable at this moment.
Let's just get this.
So I'm gonna
done.
put my hand on his shoulder from behind him, like, hey, it's okay. I understand.
Alright, so House of 7, where are you going?
So we've got somewhat free movement, but we're gonna have to roll for stealth, right?
Yeah.
Because we gotta get from the front of here over here without calling attention from this one here, correct?
I would say, because you are between very much a rock and a hard place, yeah, let's go ahead and roll me stealth, please.
In
Prior, pass without trace.
Oh, there you go.
Because I have free pass without trace.
Alright, so...
So give me a second, because I gotta
13.
spend charges for it.
Now with stealth, was it that I was rolling with disadvantage?
Yes. And then you have a plus 10 on top of that. So that is a 24, 25 from Felix, 29, 17 from Kieran, and then a 22. So you all just like, all relatively just well enough, just like, just quickly dart across. Just one right after the other. The hill giant off to the left of you all just seems to be munching on the other corpse. The goblin off to your right just seems to be like starting to like pull off the boots of what looks to be a dead soldier and inspecting them. But they don't seem to notice you at all.
Be a rogue too.
Okay. So now we gotta sneak through this little tree.
Sneak, sneak,
And
sneak.
through these little buildings. Sneaky sneak. Wait a minute, so, hold on.
Go ahead and roll me another stealth as you are a little bit closer to the hill giant going underneath the tree.
12.
21.
And that one.
24.
I can't be a rogue.
Oh, you had
that
a
would
lot of
be-
relative successes.
17?
17, 21, 24, 20, and 29. Still in that one. So, Felix behind you, like, you step on a branch and just... And Felix immediately hearing the branch just pushes you forward and then just, like, falls up behind as the giant just...
Oh my goodness.
It's like, as he turns, like, you just see, like, there's actually now, like, what looks like fangs going out from the bottom of his jaw as the lip looks like it's been ripped to pieces from these bottom teeth. It's just grabs another corpse and just starts munching before wandering off back towards the pile of rubble.
Are these
You've all...
houses on fire or?
These two buildings that you are in between, not currently, but it looks like the flames are trying to inch closer to it.
Question though.
there a window?
Where are we supposed to be going?
There's
Well,
windows.
that's what I was going to converse with you guys about right now, because I would assume town center is down? Question mark?
When I interrogated, I didn't get a specific location. I can take another
Mitch.
look from a high height.
Let's do that then.
And
Can I look into this building right here?
Yeah, roll me investigation, because you're really trying to pick things out.
Casting elevated sight again at maximum
Alright.
height.
Alright, roll me a perception.
I got a 22.
22. As you look inside, you see
17.
what looks to be two, not very small, probably about maybe around your height, a little bit taller, both a boy and a girl, clutched, maybe about teenage years. And as you make eyes with the girl, she just looks like she's very much shaking. As above, you just see this, like, entity just, like, before pushing its way back out.
Do I?
7. Yes?
I was just asking if I would know what that is.
Roll me a history check.
Okay.
Before we go over to the perception.
15.
15. You have no idea what this entity is. It looks ghostly, but you're not entirely sure of what. Versus 17, you notice high up that there are still every now and then like flashes of red around the city, but then again closer to maybe the town market or so, you see brighter flashes of violet and purple. What looks like all of a sudden you see in the distance an explosion of purplish flame.
Would that be, so from the map, where the 3 people are at the bottom corner, is that the direction of the town's market?
The 3 larger figures?
Yes.
In the left corner?
Yes.
Yes, that'd be closer direction of where you need to be heading towards.
Okay, so...
I'm telling you right now, this is Nthyos. I literally have this titled Nthyos Burning Map 1.
Okay.
Because I have so many more.
Okay.
Wow.
And I have so many more to make.
Can I get a... Does my perception allow me to see what those 3 beings are?
They look relatively large in stature, 2 of which look like they're walking on all 4. With the one in the center, you are not too sure what this hulking 10-foot, maybe 12-foot figure is. The other 2,
do a history?
you could roll history, yes. Because you're not quite sure what to make of it as you are getting a first glance.
Oof, that's not gonna be good. 3.
Unfortunately, you do not know, but I will say, for purposes of history, of knowing, and of dealing with things in the past, you recognize the 2 wolven-like figures as wargs that would be usually pack animals and mounts of goblins and orcs.
Okay. From that sensor... unless anybody else wants to do something right now. No? Okay. From that sensor, going back to my regular site that I have for 10 minutes now that I can switch between. I'm assuming down the west side. So give me a second.
So for you guys, for west side would be your right.
Letting them know. Alright. I can spot the market town, or the market center, and seems to be odd violet lights that are glowing. However, to get to that point, there seems to be 2 wargs and a bigger thing. And unless we can sneak past, more than likely we're gonna have to fight them unless we can get to the buildings north of them, which is right across from us, actually, to the west side. We can maneuver through there. We can go by without fighting. Your guys' call.
That was my plan.
Update, just so I can see, like, are we going... Well, that's not what I wanted to do. This way, or are we going down and then over?
The first way.
I would say down and over.
Because I
Whichever
feel
one
like
works.
Well, we are at an impasse.
Because we could also go like.
That
from
way you gotta
here
walk
to
past
here
all
to
the goblins
here.
and shit.
If me and Nakia shoot out explosive arrows in a certain direction, do we think we could divert them to go that way, and then we take the opportunity to go?
yeah, like just to send the explosives off towards the hill giant.
You can certainly try.
Looking over to Nakia. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna move my
I would
way.
just, yeah.
Do an up and over, or you.
I want to be like a little bit back here, just so I'm like behind the tree. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot an explosive arrow in this direction. For me, it's gonna be like somewhere here. That's a little bit too big. Did you want me to roll for anything?
I would just say roll for an attack.
Okay, with an explosive arrow.
27 will hit. You are
Kind
shooting
of
at a building.
in the same. How do you do the draw thing?
It's
Oh, shit.
underneath the hand.
Or you can just press D and that should do like a quick action for that.
If he's shooting over here, I guess I'll shoot like maybe over here,
Okay.
possibly. Jesus.
So same for you. Go ahead and roll an attack. You both are just lining up your arrows, ready to go.
15.
Oh, as you both let the arrows go, Kieran, with such force, your arrow goes in through a window into the building. Just as part of this area here begins to crumble in from the explosion, you might have hit a support. Not entirely sure, but it starts to crumble in and make a rather large gust of flame and embers and dust outward. The explosion over there, the hill giant is just and just immediately starts to rush over. The goblin over here, seeing that, just
We might have something!
as he calls out loud enough and begins to rush over. That orc begins to rush, and rush, and rush.
Hang around the rosies.
Give a knowing nod
let's
to
get moving.
Nakia with a nice, and then regroup with everyone. This is our chance. We go now.
Go, move.
I would say roll a stealth as you guys get to this particular area here, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, pass without trace. Yeah.
You do have that because it is up for
25.
minutes.
30.
Yes.
How long is Pass Without Trace? 10 minutes?
An hour.
10 minutes.
Is it?
Okay.
So that's
Wait, I'll
19
double check.
question mark?
Mine's always been an hour, I'm pretty sure.
So that would be 19.
I'm checking.
16.
Yeah, concentration to an hour.
So I'm trying to get down in this little nook before we go around to here.
Yeah, you beat its passive perception.
Yeah, okay, 1 hour.
As
Then
like
we're
you
good.
just like as you guys are rushing past, you just see this ethereal black shape just begin to move forward. You have made it to this particular area.
Now.
Oh,
Now
for the
we're
alley.
Like, how far do we get until we do another stealth check?
Head for the alley.
As you guys are rushing into the middle of the street, as you blink, the ground beneath you almost feels like it's beginning to recoil, and you are now back into the same spot that you were back here.
Oh, okay.
What?
Well, that's why I said go down around this way.
So that puts us closer to the ward and whatever.
Can we take a quick second to acknowledge what
Hold
the
on.
fuck just happened?
Yep.
Yeah.
You think you can enter my little town now? I see all. I know all.
That doesn't sound good.
Little ants being killed is nothing. Welcome back to Porsta.
as you just begin to feel this chill.
Got a problem?
Yeah, I know that voice.
Would you look
Feels
at
like I want to be gone.
We can't.
As
get
maybe
through it.
you're left a little confused.
Can I try something?
Yeah.
Running at normal speed didn't work, so maybe dashing might. I'm gonna dash 120, see if I can get across.
You're gonna leave us to try to see if we can make it.
Well, if it works, it works.
So,
But if it doesn't,
so from where I am, just from 120.
You would make it all the way across to the alleyway if
would
you
be
dash.
exactly right here. Does anything happen when I do that?
As soon as like you guys just watch, and it's almost like a fog rolls in, and Kieran at lightning speed just rushes right back.
Yep.
Okay. That'll work.
You're all so fun to play with.
Fucking ass. Okay, we can't get across. We gotta find out why.
Probably pushing us towards its pawns.
Can we do like an Arcana check or something?
Sure.
Yeah.
As you now notice, like there seems to be smoke that is just pushing itself through the street.
24.
6.
There is very much magic that is hanging in the air. As you are looking at the smoke, you begin to see like dots of red that almost look like eyes.
oh, he's watching. Oh, okay, cool.
As you begin to see like all aiming at you, as behind you on the building you just see all looking at you. Is your sensor still up?
Has it passed 10 minutes since I cast?
I would say you're almost at the end of it.
Okay, so I guess I'll use my sensor, swap over sides.
Alright. Every enemy within 300 or so feet has suddenly disappeared.
Huh?
Oh, great.
I'm swapping out of sight, informing everybody immediately. Hey, everything within 300 feet of gone.
That does. How?
What do you mean gone?
They're not there. Where they were moving, where I could see them, they're not there. No, like, as if vanished.
He had control over reality.
Oh, so this entire time we were. Okay, cool, amazing. Can I hit the wall with my sword behind us?
Yep. Go ahead and make an attack.
16.
You just like are you using your short sword or a dagger?
The short sword.
Okay. You hit the wall, and all of a sudden, like as soon as the blade connects, the wall just like starts trying to swallow the blade.
No.
It hasn't like completely ripped it from your grasp. Like you're still holding it, but it's trying to eat it.
Can I snatch it out? I'm gonna snatch it out.
Roll me a strength check.
Oh no, it is my sword.
Excalibur.
You can take her arrows, you can take her knives, but not her sword. You just managed to just like start pulling it out, and then you watch the building just like retract and smooth over, and where you had stabbed like another eye.
Guys.
Yep. Again,
As all of a sudden the building like where you're standing was in flame is now just like it's like someone just and the flame just any torches nearby just and now you're in dark.
Fire.
From the smoke in front of you.
I'm sorry, did you put us in Silent Hill? Because
Pyramid Head coming. Like the fuck?
Please.
Welcome back to Porsta, mother trucker!
See, I've seen this movie and I don't survive.
Oh shit! I'm
As
expecting Kermit
stepping
to
out of
the
his
corner.
like, dush, dush, as you just see two heads just.
Oh no.
Cybers, please. Cybers,
Death
whatever.
dogs.
What are you doing? Because they just seem to be staring at you like 4 heads of very vicious black dogs with tufts of reddish brown fur, eyes. Not canine, but red. Are you fighting? Are you moving to attack?
Well, considering we've already been found out, I don't want to be a goblin no mo. So
You can, take off the costume.
yeah.
Right.
I am going to go ahead and ask for everybody to roll initiative then.
Son of a fuck.
Alright, so first up is Felix, who, if seeing anyone starts taking off the disguises, he's like, I guess we're doing this! And he just starts to charge forward. His
And I will
movement
be right
speed,
back, 'cause I have to
5,
pee.
10, 15, 20. I want to say we're going to take a quick break. If anyone needs to use the washroom, we will be back as we're heading into another bat of combat. So, alright, we're back in it, because I think Felix moved about 15 feet, so he's just 5, 10, 15. He's going to stand by Kieran and just ready the Dominator and the shield and just prepare an attack for whichever Death Dog comes close. And that will end his turn, and Kieran, you're up with Maeve following.
5, 10, 15. Strike with my sword.
Alright.
First one is a natural 20.
That will hit.
And then
That will hit. And remember, it is max damage plus whatever you roll.
right. Doing it two-handed since it's the only thing in my hands. So it's
Alright.
2d10.
Is it? What? Huh? 2d10?
I think that's
Plus
also
whatever you
because
roll.
I'm assuming it's crit and it automatically changes it to a 2d10.
That's why, yes. So it would be... Okay, well, let's roll.
Mhm.
And then we'll figure it out.
Okay, because I also have to roll for fire damage as well. So for this attack, it's going to be 17, not counting the fire damage that the sword gives, which is an
Alright.
extra 2d6 of fire. So 17 plus an extra 7. 18 plus
So,
7.
because... If I recall, with having that additional stuff, with a crit, I believe in my, in-person group, and from what I've understood, that would also be doubled as well. So if we take... You could take the 17, or you could choose to take 10 plus 9, which would then be 19, plus 1, which would then be 20, plus 14, which would then be 34 points of damage.
Swift, I'm going to be honest with you, that was a lot of math. Just give me the bigger number.
Alright, 34 points of damage, so that dog in particular looks really, really hurt.
That was the first attack, so I'm going for the second.
What a big opener.
That is going to be a 21 to
Are you
hit.
gonna leave some fighting for the rest
That'll
of us?
hit.
Hit, and then, so 1d10 plus the fire damage. So the first, it's going to be 3 plus 2d6, plus 5, so...
You just... As you rush towards the dog, doing this big strike and bringing the blade back around, you just stab it right in the center between the two heads, and it falls limp.
I'm gonna go back to here, and just illuminating the light in the direction of the other death dog so Felix can see.
Alright.
I'll be the end of
Death Dog 1. Alright, so now it is Maeve with Nakia following.
Okay, so because of the darkness, can I see from Kieran's fort or no?
You can see because there is an illumination of 20 feet.
Alright.
I think we're good now.
So I'm gonna put on my wolfskin cloak. That way I have more movement. 45, and I'm gonna do a little chomp.
Alright. Alright, so 12 to hit, that just hits.
Alright, so my chompy chomp does what now? 2d6 plus 3 of piercing damage. 9 plus 3, that's 12 damage. And then I have 2 attack per tween, so
That'll hit.
2d6. Wow.
Alright, so that's another 5 points of damage.
Plus 3, 2d6 plus 3.
Plus 3? Okay, so 8. He's looking very bloodied.
I'm good, thank you.
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
Good. Yeah.
Alright. So now Nakia is up.
I think I'm gonna step 35, and I'm just gonna shoot my short bow. I'm just shooting an arrow. Never mind.
Fortunately, the arrow goes too wide as the smoke kind of wafts from the street to obscure your vision. You shoot up a little too high.
I'll stay here.
Alright. So now it is the Death Dog's turn with Nalbin following, and it is going to, because you came right up to it, is going to attempt 2 bite attacks at you, Maeve. Let's roll that one. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh yeah.
That is going to be 4 points of piercing damage to you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
But how many points of damage did you say?
I was just like so you took 4 points of piercing damage. And as the one head bites into you, you just feel this burn run in through the wound, and it just begins to aggravate your skin. Let me just read it. And you are afflicted by a disease.
I don't like that.
And now the second head is going to attempt to bite you. That's a natural 1, so it misses. As the second head bit into you, the second head tries to like nip at you, but you move far out of reach, just letting that arm just get bit and burn, and you able to pull your arm free, but there's blood dripping down. You see black veins spreading out from the wound. Now it will stay in place and go to Nalbin. Yes, you can.
I'm gonna do that then.
All right. Leave Hellish Rebuke, I think, is a save?
Yeah, dex save. I was just trying to see how high it needed to be.
That's a 10.
Ooh, sucks to be you. 2d10 of fire damage.
I just moved, that's it.
Okay. So now we go back to the top of the round with Felix, who didn't swing or anything, so he going to still like kind of stay close by, ready for if the dog comes closer. So now we go to Kieran with Maeve following.
20, 25, 30. If I go right here, would it give me flanking?
Yeah.
Okay. Attacking with advantage. First roll, would a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Going for the strike. That's 6 plus 2d6.
How do you want to do this?
12. Let's have a little fun with it. I want to do like a little twirl with my sword and just right on top.
You just stab it right in, and the flame just begins to erupt along the body as this death dog falls limp.
High five!
Does that disease stick with them permanently?
Saving throw against or become poisoned until the disease is cured.
What would take it? Would a restoration?
Just whatever would be able to cure a disease, because every 24 hours that elapse, the creature must repeat the saving throw.
That's a restoration should, because that was what we used to cure the
boy?
orc child, yeah.
Oh, okay, then I'm casting a spell.
Okay.
Nothing, I'm
No,
triggered.
he's just casting the spell on you. So then you would just, like, no longer feeling the black veins in your arms begin to retract. And it's like this inky black pus just ejects from your arm and falls to the ground.
He's gonna
Why
cast
did
a
you say it like that?
spell on you.
As no one pays attention as the smoke begins to coil and it wraps around Nakia as Nakia is swallowed.
Oh,
Bro,
okay.
this is like the second time this just happened to you.
I'm on the crash out. It's a whip.
What do you have against Nokia?
Oh my god, it's almost Nokia.
No, that would be the Daphne of the group. Daphne always ends up winning.
I don't want to be
Oh my
Daphne.
god, bro.
As Nakia, you
That's okay,
are.
Daphne's the hot one.
However, the smoke does seem to be almost like wrapping its hands, and I say that because you just start to see handprints begin to pull at Kieran,
Hey, wait, hello.
and I need to make a strength check.
No,
Hey,
stop.
whoa.
Oh, thank god. I got 19.
You beat it.
Get your hands off me!
Because
Get your grubby hands!
you're just like.
Can I, like, shine the light towards that direction? Do I see anything? Like, might have grabbed me?
As soon as you do, you just see this. All of a sudden, these entities like begin to like retract as you just see like these long. It's not even entity bodies. It's just like hands that begin to recoil.
Mr. Fantastic over here.
As Felix failed his strength check,
Oh, god.
He gets
No,
yoinked.
pulled,
Oh, god.
and he ends up way at the tippy top.
Wait, what?
Where?
At the top?
Not at the top, near where the giant was originally.
Oh, so Naki got okay.
Oh, you guys got teleported. I thought you guys got
Bottom
kidnapped.
table got yoinked that way.
So wait, where did
As
Nakia
the-
end up?
So
Bottom right.
as for both of them, for both of you, I would say like you are like waking up and you just see smoke beginning to recoil around you, and you, Naki, begin to hear scraping across the ground.
Please, not here, man. Please, don't do this. You scared the crap out of me.
Apparently,
As
turns out
a
there's on.
green and grayish figure appears in front of you, and one behind you.
Oh,
Hmm.
just those. Okay.
Okay.
You say
By
just
Felix.
knows as if she's not over there alone.
Well, yeah, I know that. But
By Felix. Oh my god, can you cooperate? In front of him, walking on all fours.
now,
Shit.
Felix has the worst luck.
well, we don't know this.
Oh.
Make choices. House of Seven.
And you all immediately, like, the three of you that still remain, as you're looking at one another, in the distance is outlines of red around Nakia and Felix's bodies that you can see through the walls.
Which will you say? Talk.
Some Batman shit.
Tick. Talk.
Did my 10 minutes run up already?
I wouldn't say because you were at, like, the last bit of it. As soon as combat ended, it would have...
And
So what, you are seeing a red highlight, like, through the walls, like, you are being gifted this sight.
And I'm aware that what's the surrounding area looking like? Is it like all fog? Is it like
Along the roads, like, it looks very foggy. You're able to see the grass on the ground and the buildings in front of you, because now the building where you guys were hiding, once again, just ignites with flame. And now it is
Potentially
just the
back into our own-
streets.
I'm gonna go protect my charge. So
Maeve? You going for your meal ticket or not yet?
Well, I think Maeve would go for a meal ticket, but where so that puts both of you going to Nakia and me going up?
I'll call out for Shadow Hide. So I'll have
just
Question
gonna
mark,
start flying.
y'all are going down, I'm going up?
I'll go up
I'm going
with you.
straight for Nakia.
I'm setting Shadow Hide with now. And
Un momento.
Uno momentos. Uno momentos.
Un momento. Un momento. Kieran, what's your AC?
Oh, great.
can I hug my sword?
You didn't immediately touch it, so what's your AC?
14.
As you would just get this forceful blast of boom at your back, as this familiar sight walks out of the smoke, but her body is entirely red like stone, and she just...
Hi, guy.
I don't like that.
Nope! And you are gonna take...
No, there's I didn't.
You're gonna take 5 points of force damage.
Okay.
As you just see, like, all of a sudden now is this reddish figure of Sophrena or child, now all of a sudden eyes just...
Nope.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session. We will see you all in the next episode, which will actually be our 1-year anniversary. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. I am so happy to be back in Porsta, the state of compassion. It's so great to once again touch the realms of reality and altering all that people know. We hope you enjoyed this. Anything from the cast, from the crew?
Rude.
God damn it.
Rude. We love y'all very much. Hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day, evening, and wonderful weekend. Love y'all very much. See you in the next one.